This Eagle Community Television sports presentation is brought to you by Kerner Chiropractic, providing personalized chiropractic care so you can live your life. Find us in the Northridge Plaza in Hayes. Westview Church of Hayes, helping you enjoy life. Services for all ages Sunday mornings at 10:30 and Wednesday evenings at 7. See them online at westview.tv. Carpet One of Hayes and Vidstem Decorating Center, providing you with quality, service, selection, and value since 1945. Nobody does it better than Carpet One. Thomas More Prep Marion. Through the dedication of students, parents, teachers, and alumni members, the focus is on Christian values and community awareness. TMP, Worlds of Opportunity, investing for eternity. Discovery Drilling. With 4 late model rigs, they have served central and western Kansas for over 20 years. Paul Wurtenberger Construction, designing and building residential and commercial, building dreams for over 30 years. Paul Wurtenberger Construction, see our ad in the Next Tech directory. Service Master Clean of Hayes, from the major accidents to the minor incidents. Service Master Clean of Hayes. Corey, Pam, and the entire staff supports the efforts of Hayes High and TMP. Call today at 628-6712. Home Oil and Supply, 24-hour card fueling, bulk delivery of gas and fuel. Proud to support TMP and Hayes High, serving the Hayes area since 1963. Home Oil and Supply. Lifetime Dental Care. Lifetime Dental Care provides your family with health, function, and beauty. Check out all of their services at lifetimedentalcare.com. Lifetime Dental Care of Hayes, always accepting new patients. Insurance Planning. Insurance for the way you work and live. For business, home, and family. Value the price, remember the service. Insurance Planning, IPI Financial Services, and Ag Pro Crop Insurance. Offices in Hayes, Great Bend, and Russell. Swift Services. Ted and Shelley Fuchs are proud to support area youth. Swift Services, with locations in Hayes and Ness City. Hayes Chevrolet. They have a huge selection of brand new Chevy cars, trucks, vans, SUVs, and a great selection of pre-owned vehicles. See them online at hayeschevrolet.com. M&D Incorporated. They do trenching for sewer, water, electric, and gas. They also dig basements and make building pads. M&D Excavating, building the backbone of our community. Midwestern Pipe Works. Over 30 years of service to the oil and gas industry. Steel pipe manufacturing and processing, oil country tubular goods. Schmidt Automotive. Keith is proud to take care of your vehicles and proud to support the Monarchs and the Indians. Redeem Designs. Screen print embroidery design, where you'll find better ideas, better designs, better people. Come experience the best at 2204 Vine in Hayes. Bernie's Hamburger House. Feed yourself or the whole team with great burgers, milkshakes, and the award-winning onion rings. Mary Ann, Bonnie, and the staff at Bernie's Hamburger House at 17th and Vine in Hayes, now accepting credit and debit cards. Next Tech Wireless, providing its customers cutting-edge technology, including 4G LTE data and mobile services. Goodwin Sporting Goods, your letter jacket provider for all area schools. Hayes High, TMP, Victoria, Ellis, Trigo. You want it, they've got it. Your one-stop for sporting goods. Bacon Ryan Appraising Services, the lead provider of real estate valuations for the mortgage lending marketplace. With many years of experience, they have a proven track record. Contact Patty Bacon Ryan today. Perftech Wireline Services, total case whole wireline services covering the state of Kansas, and proud to support TMP and Hayes High. Carico Implement is pleased to offer the John Deere line of equipment. From farm tractors to lawn and garden equipment, Carico carries hard-to-find parts and offers a complete line of toys and collectibles. Whiskey Creek Woodfire Grill, 3203 Vine in Hayes, where the fire's always burning. See them online at whiskeycreek.com. Home Steel Siding and Windows, making your home or business beautiful, energy efficient, and comfortable with quality products we stand behind. See us at our new location north of Hayes or online at homesteelsiding.com. G&L Tire and Automotive, more than just tires. They do oil changes, alignments, brake service, transmission flushes, any kind of service work including tires by Firestone and Bridgestone. Advanced Insulation and Coatings. Save money, reduce sound, improve indoor air quality. Spray foam is the right choice for your home or business. Advanced Insulation and Coatings in Hayes. Joe Bob Outfitters. Joe Bob Outfitters, firearms, ammunition, accessories, and parts. Veteran-owned and operated. Joe Bob Outfitters, 2011 Vine in Hayes. APAC. APAC has proven itself to be unsurpassed in quality and safety for highway construction. In fact, APAC is recognized as having one of the very best safety records in our industry. APAC, giving you the smooth ride. And by Eagle Communications, proud to provide cable TV, the fastest high-speed internet, and phone service. Eagle Communications, our community connected. This Eagle Community Television Sports presentation is brought to you by Kerner Chiropractic, providing personalized chiropractic care so you can live your life. Find us in the Northridge Plaza in Hayes. Westview Church of Hayes, helping you enjoy life. Services for all ages Sunday mornings at 10:30 and Wednesday evenings at 7. See them online at westviewchurch.tv. Carpet One of Hayes and Vidstem Decorating Center, providing you with quality, service, selection, and value since 1945. Nobody does it better than Carpet One. Thomas More Prep Marion. Through the dedication of students, parents, teachers, and alumni members, the focus is on Christian values and community awareness. TMP, Worlds of Opportunity, investing for eternity. Discovery Drilling. With 4 late model rigs, they have served central and western Kansas for over 20 years. Paul Wurtenberger Construction, designing and building residential and commercial, building dreams for over 30 years. Paul Wurtenberger Construction, see our ad in the Next Tech directory. Service Master Clean of Hayes, from the major accidents to the minor incidents. Service Master Clean of Hayes. Corey, Pam, and the entire staff supports the efforts of Hayes High and TMP. Call today at 628-6712. Home Oil and Supply, 24-hour card fueling, bulk delivery of gas and fuel. Proud to support TMP and Hayes High, serving the Hayes area since 1963. Home Oil and Supply. Lifetime Dental Care. Lifetime Dental Care provides your family with health, function, and beauty. Check out all of their services at lifetimedentalcare.com. Lifetime Dental Care of Hayes, always accepting new patients. Insurance Planning. Insurance for the way you work and live. For business, home, and family. Value the price, remember the service. Insurance Planning, IPI Financial Services, and Ag Pro Crop Insurance. Offices in Hayes, Great Bend, and Russell. Swift Services. Ted and Shelley Fuchs are proud to support area youth. Swift Services, with locations in Hayes and Ness City. Hayes Chevrolet. They have a huge selection of brand new Chevy cars, trucks, vans, SUVs, and a great selection of pre-owned vehicles. See them online at hayeschevrolet.com. M&D Incorporated. They do trenching for sewer, water, electric, and gas. They also dig basements and make building pads. M&D Excavating, building the backbone of our community. Midwestern Pipe Works. Over 30 years of service to the oil and gas industry. Steel pipe manufacturing and processing, oil country tubular goods. Schmidt Automotive. Keith is proud to take care of your vehicles and proud to support the Monarchs and the Indians. Redeem Designs. Screen print embroidery design, where you'll find better ideas, better designs, better people. Come experience the best at 2204 Vine in Hayes. Bernie's Hamburger House. Feed yourself or the whole team with great burgers, milkshakes, and the award-winning onion rings. Mary Ann, Bonnie, and the staff at Bernie's Hamburger House at 17th and Vine in Hayes, now accepting credit and debit cards. Next Tech Wireless, providing its customers cutting-edge technology, including 4G LTE data and mobile services. Goodwin Sporting Goods, your letter jacket provider for all area schools. Hayes High, TMP, Victoria, Ellis, Trigo. You want it, they've got it. Your one-stop for sporting goods. Bacon Ryan Appraising Services, the lead provider of real estate valuations for the mortgage lending marketplace. With many years of experience, they have a proven track record. Contact Patty Bacon Ryan today. PerfTech Wireline Services, total case whole wireline services covering the state of Kansas, and proud to support TMP and Hayes High. Carico Implement is pleased to offer the John Deere line of equipment. From farm tractors to lawn and garden equipment, Carico carries hard-to-find parts and offers a complete line of toys and collectibles. Whiskey Creek Woodfire Grill, 3203 Vine in Hayes, where the fire's always burning. See them online at whiskeycreek.com. Home steel siding and windows, making your home or business beautiful, energy efficient, and comfortable with quality products we stand behind. See us at our new location north of Hayes or online at homesteelsiding.com. G&L Tire and Automotive. More than just tires. They do oil changes, alignments, brake service, transmission flushes, any kind of service work including tires by Firestone and Bridgestone. Advanced insulation and coatings. Save money, reduce sound, improve indoor air quality. Spray foam is the right choice for your home or business. Advanced insulation and coatings in Hayes. Joe Bob Outfitters. Joe Bob Outfitters, firearms, ammunition, accessories, and parts. Veteran owned and operated. Joe Bob Outfitters, 2011 Vine in Hayes. APAC. APAC has proven itself to be unsurpassed in quality and safety for highway construction. In fact, APAC is recognized as having one of the very best safety records in our industry. APAC, giving you the smooth ride. And by Eagle Communications. Provide cable TV, the fastest high-speed internet, and phone services to the area. Eagle Communications, our community connected. This Eagle Community Television sports presentation is brought to you by Kerner Chiropractic, providing personalized chiropractic care so you can live your life. Find us in the Northridge Plaza in Hayes. Westview Church of Hayes, helping you enjoy life. Services for all ages Sunday mornings at 10:30 and Wednesday evenings at 7. See them online at westviewchurch.tv. Carpet One of Hayes and Vidstem Decorating Center, providing you with quality, service, selection, and value since 1945. Nobody does it better than Carpet One. Thomas More Prep Marion. Through the dedication of students, parents, teachers, and alumni members, the focus is on Christian values and community awareness. TMP, Worlds of Opportunity, investing for eternity. Discovery Drilling. With 4 late model rigs, they have served central and western Kansas for over 20 years. Paul Wurtenberger Construction, designing and building residential and commercial, building dreams for over 30 years. Paul Wurtenberger Construction, see our ad in the next. Service Master Clean of Hayes. From the major accidents to the minor incidents, Service Master Clean of Hayes. Corey, Pam, and the entire staff supports the efforts of Hayes High and TMP. Call today at 628-6712. Home Oil and Supply, 24-hour card fueling, bulk delivery of gas and fuel. Proud to support TMP and Hayes High, serving the Hayes area since 1963. Home Oil and Supply. Lifetime Dental Care. Lifetime Dental Care provides your family with health, function, and beauty. Check out all of their services at lifetimedentalcare.com. Lifetime Dental Care of Hayes, always accepting new patients. Insurance Planning. Insurance for the way you work and live. For business, home, and family. Value the price, remember the service. Insurance Planning, IPI Financial Services, and Ag Pro Crop Insurance. Offices in Hayes, Great Bend, and Russell. Swift Services. Ted and Shelley Fuchs are proud to support area youth. Swift Services, with locations in Hayes and Ness City. Hayes Chevrolet. They have a huge selection of brand new Chevy cars, trucks, vans, SUVs, and a great selection of pre-owned vehicles. See them online at hayeschevrolet.com. M&D Incorporated. They do trenching for sewer, water, electric, and gas. They also dig basements and make building pads. M&D Excavating, building the backbone of our community. Midwestern Pipe Works, over 30 years of service to the oil and gas industry. Steel pipe manufacturing and processing, oil country tubular goods. Schmidt Automotive. Keith is proud to take care of your vehicles and proud to support the Monarchs and the Indians. Redeem Designs, screen print embroidery design, where you'll find better ideas, better designs, better people. Come experience the best at 2204 Vine in Hayes. Bernie's Hamburger House. Feed yourself or the whole team with great burgers, milkshakes, and the award-winning onion rings. Mary Ann, Bonnie, and the staff at Bernie's Hamburger House at 17th and Vine in Hayes, now accepting credit and debit cards. Next Tech Wireless, providing its customers cutting-edge technology, including 4G LTE data and mobile services. Goodwin Sporting Goods, your letter jacket provider for all area schools. Hayes High, TMP, Victoria, Ellis, Trigo. You want it, they've got it. Your one-stop for sporting. Bacon Ryan Appraising Services, the lead provider of real estate valuations for the mortgage lending marketplace. With many years of experience, they have a proven track record. Contact Patty Bacon Ryan today. PerfTech Wireline Services, total case whole wireline services covering the state of Kansas.
And we welcome you to Garden City as the Hayes High Indians get set to take on the Garden City Buffaloes. Hayes High 3-0 and 2-0 in the Western Athletic Conference. For the Buffaloes, they're 1-2, but 1-0 in the conference play as they were able to beat 28-21. Dustin Armbruster along with Kurt David back at the KFIX studio. It is Britt Zweiger. On the camera tonight is Steven, and on our computer tonight is Harrison as the Hayes High Indians out at center field to go over the coin toss with the lead official and the Garden City Buffaloes. Your uniform update is provided by Phase 2. The Hayes High Indians are in their road white jerseys, maroon pants, maroon helmet with the spear on the side, maroon numbers embossed in the gold. For the Garden City Buffaloes, all brown. Brown jersey, brown pants, white numbers, white helmet with the buffalo on the side. Hayes High and Garden City. The coin toss is done. Kurt David, who gets the football?
Well, first of all, I don't really understand it. Garden City, you think their teams would be wearing yellow and bright green and some pink or something like that, and they come in, Garden City comes in all brown, but I guess they are the Buffaloes. Hey, our Captain Snyder, Adam Klaus, Hayden Kreitzer, Alex Delton, and Peyton Harris, and they lost the toss tonight, so we lost the first contest down here in Garden City, but Garden City elected to defer, and that means we get our first look tonight at the Hayes High Indian offense. The big offensive line gets to control those starters for Garden City who've got 18 tackles for loss this season, so the offensive line is going to get a test to protect Alex Delton early in this game.
This is a north-south field, so as we sit on the visitor side with the Hayes High crowd, and behind the Hayes High sideline, you look directly into the sun. 80 degrees at kickoff tonight. The wind has dropped. It was gusting to 26 miles an hour. It has dropped considerably, and will kick off at 80 degrees with a clear sky. Back to return the kick is going to be Adam Klaus and Hayden Kreitzer. Again, the Indians right to left. We'll go over your starting lineups as the evening goes along. Kickoff is a winding kick. Kreitzer from the 3-yard line. Returns right side. 10, 15, 20. Middle return to the 25-yard line. Penalty marker comes in on the play at about the 17-yard line. See if the Indians will get backed up inside of their own 10. Offensively for the Hayes High Indians, they start like this on the line. Left tackle is Trenton Henningsen, a 229-pound senior. Ethan Dieterding, 187 senior. The center is Braden Delzite, 241-pound junior. The right guard is Craig Dreiling, the 268-pound senior. Right tackle Brandon Hardwick, the 236-pound senior. The penalty is on the Indians, and they will be backed up from their own, backed up to their own 16-yard line, and Hayes High will come out onto the field averaging 336 yards per ball game, but put up 451 last week against Liberal. 2 wide receivers left, one to the right, tight end Shane Behrens in the lineup as well. Klaus to the right side of quarterback Delton. Delton going deep, looking for Dryden up the sideline, but the pass is out of bounds, and the Indians testing Garden City deep. The quarterback is Alex Delton, the 187-pound senior, with a total of 5 touchdowns this year, all rushing, and 52 in his career. 26 passing, 26 rushing. The running back is Adam Klaus, with 3 touchdowns on the season. Hayden Kreitzer, Maddox Winter, and Keith Dryden are the wide receivers. The tight end is Shane Behrens. This time, 3 wide receivers with 2 to the left. for Alex Delton on 2nd down and 10. Trying to put a man in motion. He'll bring Dryden to the near side. Fake a handoff. No, give it to Dryden. Keep it, Delton, 20, 25, 30, up the far sideline, 40. He is in the clear, into Garden City territory, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown. It took the Indians 2 plays, an incomplete pass, and then an Alex Delton great fake. I thought Keith Dryden had that football. So did the Garden City defense. And for the 6th time this year, Alex Delton goes the length of the field for a touchdown. Hayes High has a 6-0 lead with 11:41 to go, first quarter.
Dustin Armbruster, I'd like to provide some comment there, but I'm watching Keith Dryden because I am so convinced he's got the ball, and Adam Klaus is downfield blocking for Hayden Kreitzer. Even as Alex Delton sprinting down the 50-yard line, he then gets 10 yards in front of the Garden City defense, and he is off to the end zone.
The extra point by Kyler Liker is good. Kyler has made 14 consecutive extra points after missing his only try earlier this year in Olathe Northwest. Hayes High leads 7-0. Alex Delton, the leading rusher in the Western Athletic Conference, both in yards and touchdowns, has his 6th touchdown of the season.
I'm telling you, that play started at the 16-yard line, and Alex Delton's at the 50-yard line. He's at midfield, and Adam Klaus is still blocking for Keith Dryden, who Alex Delton had faked the ball to. What a great play the Hayes High Indians designed, and Alex Delton executed it convincingly, faking the handoff to Dryden, and then he gets 10 yards in front of the Garden City defense, and he's in the end zone. Those of you who were in Lewis Field last week for that painful game, or last year for that painful game, Lightning, you can come now, and let's just end this thing, and let's give Garden City back what they gave to us last year.
So Kyler Liker will kick off for the Hayes High special teams. Defensively for the Indians tonight, Brandon Hardwick and Shane Behrens are the defensive ends. Braden Delzite, Craig Dreiling are the tackles. Linebacking core tonight, Connor Rule, Ethan Dieterding, and then Isaiah Blackman, and both Colton Myers will be in there tonight. Cornerbacks tonight, Adam Klaus and Garrett Fonensteel, Maddox Winter, and Hayden Kreitzer will be the safeties. Back deep to return for the Garden City Buffaloes is going to be Ethan Yardley. He will stand at about his own 5-yard line. A kick goes near the sideline. Coster, the running back, picks it up at the 19. Near hash marks, cuts back, and gets taken down shy of the 25-yard line. Kurt David, the Indians had one hiccup a week ago on special teams. That's more like what we're used to seeing out of the defense.
Well, that's exactly right. Coster, who's the number 3 rusher in the league, and so you know he knows how to run, cuts back to midfield, and there's 5 Indians there. Now, one thing that's different about the special teams for the Hayes High Indians, they are facing a lot of injuries in practice, so some of those players who had been on special teams have been injured. More starters are playing on special teams this week than we've seen in the past.
I believe that was Jared Haynes on the special teams tackle. 1st and 10, the quarterback is Derek Hill. One of 2 quarterbacks we'll see tonight. Hill turns, hands off to Coster, left side handoff, hit behind the line of scrimmage. Isaiah Blackman is there for the tackle for loss. He had 3 tackles behind the line of scrimmage last week. He's in the top 10 in the Western Athletic Conference in tackles for loss. Blackman with yet another one coming from that strong linebacker position. It's a loss of 2 back to the 22-yard line.
I'll tell you what, these offensive linemen up front for the Garden City Buffaloes coming at 320 pounds, 250, 265, 280, 250 pounds. Defensive line just needs to stuff them up, and that's exactly what they did on that play.
Big Caleb Tramp, wide receiver left. Man in motion is going to be Carreras. He'll come to the right side of the formation for a double wingback look. Counterplay to Coster, one-on-one. Maddox Winter there to slow him down, and then Adam Klaus runs Coster out of bounds at the 26, maybe 27-yard line. Coster is 3rd in the Western Athletic Conference in rushing, both yards and in touchdowns coming into tonight. He'll advance the ball to the 28-yard line. Patient run of 6 yards. He has 2 carries, 4 yards. It sets up 3rd down and about, we'll call it 6 for the Garden City Buffaloes. Hayes High defensively allowing their opponents to convert on just 17% of 3rd down conversion attempts. 3 wide receivers left, tied in to the right, and Hill will pass. Looking screen pass to Tramp. Tramp makes the catch at the 25, cuts back left side of the field, and the Indians are there for the tackle. Garrett Fonensteel slowed him down, and then Blackman and Klaus cleaned him up. It's a gain maybe back to the line of scrimmage. 3 and out for Garden City. No gain on the play on the catch by Tramp, who was held to 3 catches for 7 yards a week ago.
And great pressure by Brandon Hardwick, the senior defensive end. As the left tackle for the Garden City Buffaloes got in the backfield to rush that throw from Hill.
Peyton Hill, one of the coach's sons, will do the punting. Kreitzer stands back at his own 32-yard line. on a 3-and-out by the Garden City Buffaloes. Slow snap and a chance for the Indians to block. Dieterding did get his hand on it. Kreitzer return from the 31. Right side return. He'll get taken down and another special teams penalty for an illegal block in the back. And Hayes High will back themselves up again. The lead official said that the Hayes High Indians, Ethan Dieterding, got his hand on the football and was able to tip it, which is his second of the season. But a 3-and-out for Garden City, and the Hayes High Indians have the football back, leading 7-0 with 9:55 to go, first quarter.
Well, the Indians are going to get pushed back here after the punt for an illegal block in the back, but boy, what a great start to this game. A two-play drive with Alex Delton in the end zone and then holding the Garden City offense, which again is a dual-threat offense with Caleb Tramp, the #1 receiver in the Western Athletic Conference, and Jared Coster, the number 3 rusher. Dual-threat offense, and the Hayes High Indians shut them down for a 3-and-out on their first possession.
Indians will start at the 22-yard line. 2 wide receivers right, 2 to the left this time. Jordan Betts in the game is one of those wide receivers. To pass, Delton rolls out to his left side, in some trouble, flag on the play. Delton avoids a sack. Now he's going to stutter step, get up the far sideline, and this will be coming back. It will be a first down if the penalty happens to be on the defense, but everybody for Hayes High already backing up. It'll negate a run of nearly 14 yards.
And it's too bad if that's a holding call. It wasn't a very good hold because Alex Delton was under pressure by both Harp as well as another defensive lineman for Garden City.
The penalty happened 7 yards in the backfield at the 15-yard line, and this is where really the high school rules need to catch up with college and with pros. Anything that happens in the backfield like that is marched off from the line of scrimmage. Not in this case. Hayes High will be taken back half the distance to their goal line. In total, it takes them back to about the 7 and sets up first down and 22. We're going to mark it as a 17-yard penalty, and Hayes High has the football right about their own 7-yard line. First down once again, now in the got the only part of the stadium that still has sunshine on it as the sun starts to settle down behind the home stands. Man in motion, handoff, Kreitzer, does he keep it? Yes, left side, room to run, 15-yard line, and then gets tackled from behind. Had one man to beat, tackled by Akeel Love, starting cornerback with his 8th tackle of the season. Love did not play football a year ago, played his sophomore year, comes up a little gingerly after that play. Ball taken out to the 17. It's a gain of nearly 10 yards on the play.
That's all right. Connor Rule got out of the backfield, provided some nice lead blocks 10 yards down the field to allow for that pickup.
Called a gain of 7 for Kreitzer on his 2nd carry of the year. Running backs on either side of quarterback Delton with some time. Throws complete to Klaus. Wide open 25, 30. Right sideline. Makes a man miss at the 35, 40. Lowers his shoulder and runs over Dylan Darter, the strong safety at the 45-yard line. First down for the Hayes High Indians. Adam Klaus out of the back. Wide open. First down and 10 for the Hayes High Indians at the 45.
I'll tell you what, earlier in the season we talked about, especially the second half of Game 2 against Great Bend, that really Alex Delton and receivers weren't on a task. They didn't seem to be like on the same page, but they're clearly, Alex Delton knew exactly where to find Adam Klaus. He was out in the open, a nice soft touch pass to him. Then Adam Klaus just runs over a couple guys.
28 yards on the completion. Delton option play left side, keeps it himself. 45, 50, left sideline. Bye-bye. Alex Delton at the 25-20, 10-5. Jogs it in, touchdown Hayes High Indians. That's a 55-yard touchdown run for the Hayes High Indians, as coming left side, that option play, a cornerback had no idea what to do. Take Klaus, take Delton. Delton cut it up the field, his 2nd touchdown rush of the night, 13-0 for the Hayes High Indians with 9:03 remaining in the first quarter, pending the extra points.
And again, some lead blockers coming out of the backfield for Alex Delton, but also Trenton Henningsen puts on a great block on the offensive line.
Kyler Liker's extra point is on the way, boots it up and through, 14-0. Kurt, this is 3 weeks in a row the Hayes High Indians have come out firing on all cylinders. Not to bring up anything negative, but the last 2 weeks the Indians have done that. They've kind of let off the throttle and let the other team back in.
Well, that's the key. Bo Black's got to learn from the last 2 weeks and not allow these guys to come off the throttle. And I'll tell you what, from what I understand, the way the players went into the locker room after the Liberal Redskin game, hanging their head, and the coaching staff actually had to pick them up to remind them that they were now 3-0. 3-0 and 2-0 in the Western Athletic Conference. My guess is these players don't need a lot of coaching to remind them that they need to stay in this game and stay focused.
So a 2-play, 84-yard drive for the Hayes High Indians, a 2-play drive that is going to end up getting them 83 yards, and the Hayes High Indians lead 14-0. Good start for the Indians.
4 plays, 14 points, and I don't know, the time of possession's got to be about like 47 seconds.
Pretty close, pretty close. The Hayes High Indians, Kyler Leiker, will head back out on the field for his second kickoff of the first quarter already.
Well, I'll tell you what, the Buffaloes are acting like it's a media timeout over there. They're trying to, Coach Brian Hill's trying to regroup that Garden City Buffalo team over there on the sideline, and they are delayed getting back out on the field.
The Hayes High Indians will, actually 3 plays on that drive. Hayden Kreitzer had a run on that one as well, so that was actually a 93-yard drive after they got backed up to the 7 on the holding penalty in the backfield. So Kyler Leiker to boot it once again. The last one was a little short. Jordan Coster returned for about 7 yards before he was gobbled up by the defense. Leiker angles it down the middle of the field this time. Yardley lets it bounce, picks it up at the 11. Right side return at the hashes. He'll get to the 20-yard line, 25, and there's a whole host of white uniforms getting there for the tackle. Isaiah Blackman is there. One of the first players down there to help make the tackle is the Hayes High Indians' Dalton Stout.
Yeah, Maddox Winter forces that to happen, though. Maddox Winter's the outside guy, and he forces that play back up to the center of the field where there's those 2 or 3 Indians to make the tackle. So Maddox Winter doing his job, staying in his lane, forcing the ball back up the middle of the field.
26-yard line for the Garden City Buffaloes, who went 3 and out on their first possession, and Hayes High leads 14-0. There's still 8:56 to go first quarter. Hill with a running back to his right, 2 wide receivers left. Now the tight end goes in motion to the left side of the formation. Hill is going to hand off to Coster. Stretch play left side. He's at the 25, 30-yard line, and then will get taken out of bounds. Good block to the 31-yard line. Gain of 5 on a patient run by Coster. 4 plays for the Garden City Buffaloes. 3 rushes all to Coster, and the completion to Caleb Tramp for no yards.
Tell you what, Caleb Tramp can block. He threw a nice block there against the Hayes High Indians. Caleb Tramp trying to fire up this Garden City Buffalo team, and he's trying to lead by example right now.
6'5", 210, great basketball player as well. 3 wide receivers to the right. Coster behind Hill, who's in the pistol formation. Turn and hand off to Coster. Coster tests the left side, gets some running room. Watch out. He's in Hayes High territory at the 40. Tackled from behind by Isaiah Blackman all the way at the Hayes High Indian 33-yard line. Big time run for the Garden City Buffaloes. They get their first down of the ball game.
Yeah, Garden City now 2 consecutive runs behind the left tackle, Osvaldo Martinez. He's a 250-pound. The kid's a sophomore, so we're going to be seeing this guy for 2 more years. He's throwing some good blocks for the left side of that line for the Garden City Buffaloes.
37 yards on the run for Coster. 3 wide receivers right. Love in motion. They will hand off to Love. He goes to the left sideline, gets tackled from behind. Couple of different Indians on the play. Connor Rule, one of the first ones there, but you're right, that left side is where Garden City's running all of their plays to. They tried to go right side early in the game, and that didn't work. And Garden City is without one of their starting offensive linemen. Alex Ortiz, a 320-pound left tackle, is out of the game. It's the right guard and right tackle who are on the left side tonight. They're making a big difference, but Kurt David, this is a big offensive line timeout for the Hayes High Indians.
Well, it is. Hayes High Indian calls timeout. They're trying to regroup defensively because, yeah, they are picking on the right side of the defense for the Hayes High Indians, and Osvaldo Martinez, and he's got the tight end over there, Christian Correas. He's a 5'10", 185-pound sophomore. So 2 sophomores on the left side of the line for the Garden City Buffaloes right now have dominated the last 3 plays against the Hayes High Indians.
The Hayes High Indians football, Hayes High Indian football is brought to you by Hayes Kalon, Adams Brown, Barron and Ball, Gibbs Auto Supply, Precision Valley Golf Center, Simpson Farm Enterprises, Next Tech, and Midwest Energy. Well, the Hayes High Indians lead 14-0, but fighting right now with this Garden City Buffalo team. As Garden City went 3 and out on their first possession, the Indians scored on a 2-play and a 3-play drive. Timeout by the Indians, their first of the ball game. Everybody back out on the field. 3 wide receivers right once again. Love goes in motion on 2nd down and 2. It's a little reverse. Coster comes near side. Flag on the play. This is coming back as Coster dances around at the 20. Gets hit by the Hayes High Indians, and Adam Klaus got wrapped up, and he is grabbing towards his left knee. Oh, boy. Klaus got undercut on the tackle. The holding penalty is on Caleb Tramp, who held Isaiah Blackman, and Adam Klaus is in pain. That'll bring Keith Dryden into the defensive secondary. Klaus immediately went down to his left leg. Boy, the Indians just could not afford any penalties at this point. And Klaus not putting any weight on his left leg. The penalty backs up Garden City to their own 33 first penalty of the ball game, sets up second down and about 12 yards. And the trainer's over to assist Klaus, not putting any pressure on that left leg at all.
He can't put any, he's not putting any weight on at all, and they're struggling to get him over to the sideline at this point.
Garden City left to right, 3 wide receivers to the left side from the near hash mark. Handoff, Coster tries to come near side, Indians string out the play. Coster makes a man miss. Not a big running back, 5'10", 165, but he's a very patient runner. Run inside of the 30, down to about the 27-yard line. Dieterding on the tackle. Gain of 6 for Coster, 52 yards on 5 carries, and it's 3rd down and 6 for Garden City. I think they're probably in 4-down territory, and they're looking at the left ankle of Adam Klaus, which that's a much better sign than looking up at those knees. Caleb Tramp, wide receiver to the left side. Keith Dryden will cover up on the near side receiver, Alex Espinoza, on 3rd down. It's a play-action pass over the middle. It is incomplete and nearly intercepted.
Well, it's tipped by Connor Rule. Tips that pass.
And there's a flag at the line of scrimmage. It is against Garden City. The Indians will likely decline this and make it 4th down. It is holding against Garden City. Indians decline and make it 4th down and 6. So Garden City 0 for 2 on 3rd. And I would bet Garden City goes for this on 4th and 6 at the Hayes High Indian 28-yard line.
Oh, they'll go for it. They haven't kicked a field goal all season long, and they did not attempt any in pregame. They have no intention of kicking the ball at this point. Got to watch the left side of the line, the right side of the line. Hayes High Indian's been great at defending. You got to believe they're going to go towards the left.
Hill, the quarterback, puts a man in motion. Akeel Love comes to the near side. Fake a handoff to him. Behrens is all over the quarterback. Hill in the backfield. Hill still with some legs at the 40. Throws it down the field. It is intercepted by Keith Dryden. Keith Dryden cuts back, intercepts the football. He just came in for the injured Adam Klaus, and the Hayes High Indians have the football on an interception by Keith Dryden at the 12-yard line. 1st down and 10 for the Hayes High Indians.
Well, it's exactly what we thought Hill might do. Hill faked like they were going to come to the near side of the field, but clearly on the rushing game, Garden City Buffaloes have been stronger to the far side, to the left side of the field. That's exactly where Hill was going, but he ran straight into Shane Behrens, who chased him back to the near side of the field. Then Hill just almost trying to throw the ball, just errantly throws the ball on the run, and there's Keith Dryden. Nice to see him come in in reserves and have such success.
Dryden with the pick, 14-0, Hayes High with the lead, 6:50 to go, first quarter. Delton with Rule to his left, 4 wide receivers, long snap count. Now the Indians will look to the sideline. Delton barks out the signal to that offensive line that has blocked so well on the first 5 plays of the game, leading to 2 Indian touchdowns and now a penalty. And
not delay a game.
There's 2 seconds on the play clock, and they're calling a delay of game.
Yeah,
can't possibly have a delay of game when there's time on the play clock.
He had thrown the flag, so I look at the play clock, and by the time the flag had hit the ground, there were 2 seconds left on the play clock. I'm not sure. Now the umpire's coming over to question the call, and you got to believe these guys are going to get it right. Yeah, he's waving it off.
Well, and likely the official in the secondary for fields where there's not a play clock, keep the time. He likely started his time a couple of seconds before the delay of game.
Dustin Armbruster cutting a referee some slack, folks.
First time for everything. So 1st down and 10 from the 12-yard line. Indians with the play call already in. Delton with Rule to his left. Rule will take the handoff, go right side. He's at the 15. Jersey pulled on at the 20, and he'll go down at the 21-yard line. Connor Rule, 45 yards rushing and a touchdown on the season, is able to drag a defender for an extra couple of yards. Nice gain on 1st down across the 20 to the, we'll call it 21-yard line, gain of 9 for Connor Rule.
Dustin, you got to like that, because that's now Connor Rule. We've seen him show some extra effort to get extra yardage. We saw Adam Klaus do it after a reception and run over a couple defenders. That time Connor Rule runs through a couple tackles and a shirt pull.
Now nobody in the backfield. Blackman will come in late onto the side of Delton. Play clock down to 4, and the Indians with Adam Klaus out of the game right now trying to figure out personnel. Connor Rule had come out of the game for a play that Adam Klaus would have likely have been in on, so the Indians use a second time out of the first quarter, but already leading 14-0, and this is where the lack of depth is a concern for the Hayes High Indians.
Well, I'll tell you what, your immediate reaction is, wow, they just burned their second timeout with 6 minutes left in the first quarter. But, Dustin, we talked earlier about how the Hayes High Indians in their last two games had gotten a lead, then lost some focus. That's focus on Alex Delton part, saying, you know what, we're not set up the way we need to be. We're still in a crucial part of this ball game. We can't afford mistakes right now. Let's take the timeout. Let's regroup and get the right personnel in here. That's a good call.
Indian football brought to you by USAFE Pharmacy, Horizon Appliance and Electronics, Western Well Service, Kevin Shoemaker Construction, Bon Appetit, Roof Masters, and RM Custom Metals. We'll have a Kalon scoreboard update for you throughout the night. We'll check in on Dodge City at Liberal, Wichita North at Great Bend, Augusta and Buhler, McPherson and Rose Hill, and Abilene at Wamego in a huge matchup in the North Central Kansas League. 14-0, Hayes High with the lead. They've gone 2 plays and a touchdown, 3 plays and a touchdown. This will be their second play of this drive. After a Rule 9-yard run, still checking out the left ankle of Adam Klaus. His dad down along the side as well. They'll throw some ice on it. Klaus is done for the night. 2 wide receivers left, 1 to the right. Blackman in the backfield along with Delton. Delton, keeper, left side, gets hit and taken down from behind, but not before Delton gets across the 25 for a first down. Andreas Loza, the 255-pound defensive tackle, gets his 8th tackle of the season, but not before Delton picks up the first down across the 25-yard line to the 27.
And interestingly, so far, we haven't seen number 4, Patrick Clifford, the free safety for the Garden City Buffaloes, in any play yet. He's the number 2 tackler in the Western Athletic Conference, and the Hayes High Indians have effectively kept the ball away from a factor so far in this game.
3 carries, 145 yards for Alex Delton. 2 running backs in the backfield. Handoff, Blackman, left side, big hole, 30, 35-yard line, downfield block for a winner. First down at the 45 and all the way to midfield. The official will mark Blackman down at the 49-yard line on his first run of the night. It's a run of 22 yards for the Hayes High Indians.
Oh my gosh, folks at home, you hear the story about, man, that's a hole you could drive a truck through. That's exactly what that was, with Trent Henningsen kicking in the defensive end, then Connor Rule coming in to get a linebacker to kick him out. That was one of those holes you could have driven a truck through, and Alex Delton exploited it.
Keith Dryden, wide receiver to the right. 2 to the left is going to be both Winter and Kreitzer. Handoff again is to Blackman. He gets undercut at the 50-yard line. You know, they're not even going to give him the 50. No gain on the play for Blackman.
Well, I'll tell you what, the middle of that field's tough. They got Andres Lozas, a 255-pound senior in there. They got Jose Correa's a 230-pound junior. And then Nayland Riccone's the number 1 tackler as a middle linebacker. Riccone's is the number 1 tackler in the Western Athletic Conference. It's tough to go up the middle against this Buffalo team.
He was in the top 5 as a sophomore a year ago. Rule to the left, Blackman behind the quarterback, flag on the play, and likely against the Hayes High Indians for a procedure penalty. Indians' second penalty of the night. They had one on a kickoff and on a punt as well.
Yeah, so we're already 32 yards, if I got it right, 32 yards and penalties already for the Hayes High Indians. So a little bit of the penalty bug coming back that had gotten away from them last week against the Liberal Redskins.
So first down, make it second down and 15, 4:45 and rolling in the first quarter. Shane Barron's in for Connor Rule. Blackman remains in the backfield. Again, Adam Klaus down with a left ankle injury. Getting it iced right now, and going to need Adam back as the season goes along. 5 seconds on the play clock. Delton takes the snap on second down and 15. All day to throw. Over the middle to Kreitzer. Makes a great leaping catch. Loses the football. The official calls it a fumble, and it's recovered by Garden City. Boy, did Kreitzer ever have that in his hands? Apparently he did. Fumbles at the Garden City 39-yard line. Well, I don't know how he even had that in his hands.
Well, it was Alex Delton had a long time to throw that ball, and that's one of the keys to the game we talked about, was protecting Alex Delton and allow him time to make those pass plays, and he did that. He got the ball up high to Kreitzer, but that's where he needed to throw it to get it away from the defenders. Kreitzer had it in his hands. He came down to the field, and he got popped by the Garden City Buffaloes, and that's how the fumble occurred.
17-yard gain, but then the fumble gives Garden City the football back with 4:20 remaining in the first quarter. Sun settling off to the west on this north-south field. And now whistles and a timeout from Garden City.
That's all right. This will give Hayes High Indians a little bit of rest on defense, give them a little chance for a breather. Garden City will go over there and organize. But, okay, it'll be interesting now, Dustin, to see. One of the things we talked about, Garden City's turned the ball over 11 times so far this season, now 8 times for the Hayes High Indians. We talked about sooner or later we were going to see a turnover tonight. Sure enough, we've seen one now with now 4 minutes and 20 seconds left in the first quarter. This is we're going to see now if the Hayes High Indians are focused and they can stay confident on defense and not allow momentum to swing over the Buffaloes.
Well, the Hayes High Indians, all of their drives have been short tonight. 2 plays a touchdown, 3 plays a touchdown. This time, just a few plays and a fumble on a very close, what could have been ruled incomplete pass. Indian football brought to you by Canterbury Oral and Maxillofacial Surgery, Shelter Insurance Agent Dustin Shoemaker, Steel Fabrications, Classic Quality Body Shop, Whole Broadcasting, HayesPost.com, and Eagle Communications, our community connected. By the way, we'll be keeping an eye on those Kansas City Royals tonight, who have a chance to clinch a playoff spot for the first time in 29 years. End of 1, Salina South over Goddard, 21-0. So Garden City with the football after the Hayes High fumble. Hill, the quarterback, they will run 2. Toss left side, Coster. Coster's forced to the outside by Blackman, gets back to the line of scrimmage, and then gets wiped out by Hayden Kreitzer. And somebody losing their helmet on the play. Garrett Fonesteel will have to come out for one play. It's a gain of 1 yard for Garden City from the 39 to the 40-yard line.
Yeah, Isaiah Blackman did a great job of stringing that play out to the farther side. And again, Garden City trying to exploit the far side of the field, the left side of their offensive line, where they've got Osvaldo Martinez over there, that big 250-pound sophomore. They're trying to exploit that side of the line.
Alex Delton, the new cornerback, he's on Caleb Tramp on the far side of the field. Does Hill go that way? He rolls to his right, looking to throw down the field. He is going to throw incomplete, in and out of the hands of Akeel Love. On the defense was Maddox Winter to help break the pass up.
All right. Derek
Hill now 1 for 4 passing. A 0-yard reception by Caleb Tramp and an interception by the Indians' Keith Dryden. Hill's now thrown 4 picks in 59 pass attempts this year. 3rd down and we'll call it 9.5 yards. Garden City tonight 0 for 2 on 3rd downs. And this season, the Hayes High Indians have held their opponents to 6 for 37 on 3rd down conversion attempts. Coster lines up behind Hill, the quarterback. Still 3:37 to go first quarter. 14-0 Hayes High lead. Fonesteel back into the ball game as the right cornerback. Dryden into left cornerback. To pass is going to be Hill. Screenplay set up, incomplete. Maddox Winter was the closest wide receiver. Blackman hits the quarterback hard during the play, and Hill gets up holding his left elbow. He is hurt. Now, Garden City does run 2 quarterbacks. Jesse Nunez is the other one, but he's going out is the starting quarterback, Derek Hill, holding his arm straight down to his left side.
He's got an arm or shoulder problem. Isaiah Blackman in the backfield popped him, and interestingly, Hill having to come to the near side of the right side of the line, right side of the offensive line, where Garden City's protection is not nearly as good as the left side.
So to punt for a second time is Garden City on another 3 and out. Dieterden got his hand on the last one. Indians don't rush this time. Hill gets off a great punt. High spiral. Kreitzer will let it bounce at the 5 and roll into the end zone. That is a 61-yard punt by the Garden City Buffaloes' Peyton Hill, with virtually no wind at this point, that goes into the end zone, and Hayes High will have the ball at the 20-yard line. It is their best field position of the night so far.
Yep, it is. Hey, it's going to be interesting. Garden City, but one of the things we noticed now, Derek Hill's out of the game, but he is a right-handed quarterback, and so he really wants to roll out to his right side. But again, that's making him roll out to where the weaker side of his offensive line, and it's going to be interesting to see if Hill continues to do that, or whatever quarterback comes in for the Buffaloes, if they'll continue to want to pass from that side, because the Hayes High Indian defense is getting through that side of the line of scrimmage to put pressure on Hill.
Indians 3 possessions tonight, 2 scoring drives and a fumble. 1st down and 10 from their own 20. Blackman to the side of Delton. Handoff to the running back, Blackman, just across the 20 to the 21-yard line. It's a gain of 1 on the play. Blackman, 3 carries, 23 yards on the night. Isaiah with a good week last week against the Liberal Redskins. He had 8 carries, 44 yards, and a touchdown in the game. 2nd down and 9 after the 1-yard gain to the 21-yard line. Inside 3 minutes to go, first quarter. Barons comes out of the game. Connor Rule comes back in. Indians taking some time to get the play in. The play clock down to 8. Rule's going to line up to the right of the quarterback. Play clock down to 4. Delton going to have to snap in a hurry. Takes the snap at 2. Delton to throw. Looks left side. Now he's going to get hit and sacked. taken down by Derek Cook, a seldom used defensive end. He will get his season. Delton is sacked back inside the 15, back at the 13-yard line, loss of 8 on the sack.
Okay, well, we're not going to blame that on the offensive line. Alex Delton had plenty of protection time. You can only hold those defensive linemen and linebackers so long. Alex had plenty of time, just couldn't find an open receiver, and by the time Alex finally decided there's nobody open, I've got to scramble for some yardage. A little bit too late. The coverage then began to break down.
3rd and 18 is the first third down conversion attempt for the Indians tonight, as Hayes will bring in a new wide receiver over to the right side. Brady Baumgarn will go into that right side. 4 wide receivers. Delton to throw on 3rd and 18. Again, long time to throw. He's going to heave it deep for Keith Dryden. Dryden can't get underneath of it. Where's the flag? Dryden got his jersey pulled as he's trying to turn around. The crowd saw it in front of me. The official got turned around as well. Incomplete pass. The Indians go 3 and out. Delton now 2 for 4 passing on the night.
Okay,
first punt of the game coming up for Hayes High.
First punt, and it's going to be to a little bit of a slight breeze coming out of the south. So Hayes High's going to have to punt here with 1 minute and 51 seconds left. But yeah, the first 3 and out possession. But again, the Hayes High Indian defense has been able to hold Garden City right so far. So still ought to be a lot of confidence on the Indian sideline.
Tathan Burkhart to punt for the first time tonight. Stands at his goal line, gets off a low line drive punt, end over end, takes a hard bounce, caught at the 26-yard line, then fumbled, and the Indians are all over the tackle at midfield, led by the Hayes High Indians. Jared Haynes on special teams to get down there right away. That punt is going to go for 37 yards.
Yeah, Jared Haynes got down there quick, and the receiver for Garden City Buffaloes having a hard time fielding the ball. Haynes was right on top of him. He gained no yardage once he picked that ball up.
Trying to recover that football for Garden City was Aaron Trejo, mainly used on defense and on special teams on that particular play. So Garden City has the ball at midfield. Field position is switched. Indians lead 14-0, but a fumble and a 3 and out on their previous 2 drives. Wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left, handoff Coster, cut back. He gets into Hayes High territory to the 45-yard line, taken down at the 44. Gain of 6 for Coster. 7th carry of the game for 59 yards. Garden City tonight has ran 12 plays, 6 of them handoffs to Jared Coster. Obvious that Garden City trying to open up that run game. The quarterback, by the way, for Garden City is Jesse Nunez, who they usually play in the 2nd and 3rd quarters. He is a 5'9", 170-pound sophomore. He's going to hand it off again to Coster. He got hit in the backfield, then got loose. First down, left sideline, 40. 35, cuts back, and the Indians, Connor Rule and Hayden Kreitzer, combined for the tackle, but not before Coster gets to the 29-yard line. It's a gain on the play of 15 yards. The Indians had him wrapped up in the backfield.
Well, they did. The Hayes High Indians that time actually dominated that left side of the offensive line for the Garden City Buffaloes. Coster saw it, and he saw the Hayes High Indians actually over-pursuing towards the near side of the field and cut back across.
Coster lines up behind Jesse Nunez. 1 wide receiver left, 1 to the right, and now 2 slots offside the tackles. Handoff again. Coster goes left side, got a huge block, and now Garrett Fonensteel has his helmet ripped off by Caleb Tramp. That's the 2nd time Fonensteel's had his helmet taken off. Coster gets taken down at the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 9 again to that left side. Fonensteel's had his helmet ripped off twice by Tramp tonight. Tramp's already been called for a holding penalty as well. Wide receiver right, Alex Espinoza. Wide receiver left, Caleb Tramp. And the new quarterback, Jesse Nunez, as Hill went out injured. Last 35 seconds to go in the first quarter. Run left side, Coster hit at the line of scrimmage and dropped. Hayes High read it that time. I guess you can only go left side so many times. In on the tackle, the Hayes High Indians. Hayden Kreitzer is there. Also over to make the tackle is going to be Deshaun Smith.
Yeah, and they're moving Christian Correa as the tight end on the near side of the field. He'll go in and he'll be a slot back on the far side of the field to be an extra blocker for Martinez and Edgar Guzman. And that time, the Hayes High Indians read the Buffaloes play and flooded that far side of the field.
3rd and 1, 4 seconds on the first quarter clock, and Garden City will not run the play. Garden City's 0 for 3 on 3rd downs. They'll have 3rd down and 1 when we get back from the quarter break. Indians lead after 1, 14-0. Back in a minute. This is Hayes High Indian football.
Tech Wireline Services, Total Case Whole Wireline Services. Carrico Implement, pleased to offer the John Deere line of equipment. Whiskey Creek Wood Fire Grill, where the fire is always burning. Home Steel Siding and Windows, making your home or business beautiful, energy efficient, and comfortable. G&L Tire and Automotive, more than just tires. Advanced insulation and coating, save money, reduce sound, improve indoor air quality. Joe Bob Outfitters, firearms, ammunition, accessories, and parts, veteran owned and operated. APAC, proving itself to be unsurpassed in quality and safety for highway construction. Eagle Communications, our community connected. Tech Wireline Services, Total Case Whole Wireline Services. Carrico Implement, pleased to offer the John Deere line of equipment. Whiskey Creek Wood Fire Grill, where the fire is always burning. Home Steel Siding and Windows, making your home or business beautiful, energy efficient, and comfortable. G&L Tire and Automotive, more than just tires. Advanced insulation and coating, save money, reduce sound, improve indoor air quality. Joe Bob Outfitters, firearms, ammunition, accessories, and parts, veteran owned and operated. APAC, proving itself to be unsurpassed in quality and safety for highway construction. Eagle Communications, our community connected.
Lead. Kurt David, quick update on those Kansas City Royals we're keeping an eye on.
Kansas City Royals up 3-0, batting in the second inning, so taking an early lead against the Chicago White Sox.
Kurt David's upset prediction of Liberal against Dodge City not likely to come to fruition. Dodge leads after one quarter, 17-0. 3rd and 1 for the Buffaloes. They'll toss right side, barely get the first down, and shooting in for the tackle was Ethan Dieterding. Coster gets just inside of the 20. Good spot. They'll give him the 18-yard line, gain of 2 on 3rd and 1.
Liberal likes to spot their opponents a few points, so they're feeling pretty confident playing at home.
Yeah, I guess. You can always come back, right? So 1st down and 10, first time that Garden City has converted on 3rd down tonight. This is the first red zone possession for either team tonight. Hayes scored from 84 yards out and 55 yards out to get their 14-0 lead. Nunez, the quarterback, 3 wide receivers to the right. High snap, goes up and get it. Coster will try the left side again. 20, 15, he'll get to the 5, he'll get to the 1. Does he get in? No. Taken down at the 17-yard line. It is right now, Kurt David, very simple for Garden City. Run it left side and hand it off to Jared Coster. Already 12 runs in the ball game. He now has 102 yards rushing.
Yeah, Jared Coster's been the man so far, and he's running against the strong side, running with the strong side of the line of scrimmage. Hayes High Indians need to stay awake, though. They're keeping Akeel Love, the receiver, out to the right side, and no one is covering Akeel Love for the Hayes High Indians.
1st and goal from the 1. Nunez takes another high snap, hands off to Coster, flag on the play, penalty against Garden City, a 5-yard procedure penalty. Indian football brought to you by Davis Automotive, Lewis Automotive Group, Jeter Law Firm, State Glass Company, and Cornerstone Orthodontics. Indians scored on their first 2 possessions, but then fumbled in Garden City territory and had a 3-and-out and had to punt the ball away. Garden City tonight has gone punt, interception, punt. This is their 4th drive of the first half. Their first one threatening to score. 1st and goal from the 6. Coster lines up to the left of Nunez this time, the sophomore quarterback. 1 of 2 that Garden City plays throughout the night. It's a handoff. Coster right side, test that sideline, and he'll get into the end zone. Boy, all the way in the backfield, Isaiah Blackman trying to get away from the grasp of Christian Correas, couldn't do so. 6-yard touchdown run to the right side for Jared Coster. For Coster, it is his 5th touchdown rush of the night. He has 108 yards rushing in the first half.
And interesting, that time they take the tight end Correas and put him on the right side of the line, on the right side of the offensive line. So Hayes High coaching staff might want to take a look at their tendency to run towards Correas.
In to kick the extra point is going to be Zeke Herrera. He's now 10 for 10 on the year as he boots it through. 14-7. It's a 1-touchdown ball game after Hayes High scored 2 touchdowns on 5 plays. Garden City answers by shutting down the Hayes High offense. See if this offense can get going again. Adam Klaus not in the ball game, injured his left ankle. He is done for the night.
They do that solidly. Garden City Buffaloes have the ball for 6 plays. They gain 2 first downs. They run 2 minutes and roughly 30 seconds off the clock. Just a nice, consistent drive for the Garden City Buffaloes, but really favoring towards the left side of the offensive line. So Hayes High Indians need to take a look at that, and the coaching staff will want to study whether or not the tendency of the Hayes High Indians is take Coster and allow him to run towards Correas. Christian Correas, 185-pound sophomore tight end.
Did anybody but Coster touch the ball on that drive? Because Nunez came in as the quarterback. He didn't throw or run. Jared Coster, he had 6 carries on that drive. The big one, he had a 15-yard and a 17-yard run on that drive. So Jared Coster, the man for Garden City right now, 13 carries, 108 yards, and a touchdown. Hayes High's Alex Delton, 4 carries, 139 yards, 2 touchdowns. He did get sacked once for 8 yards to bring that average down after last week having 265 yards rushing. First time an Indian's been over 200 yards since Preston Weigel a year ago, and the first time an Indian over 250 yards since David Cardinal went 285 yards in 23 carries against Great Bend, and the Garden City kickoff goes out of bounds, and the Hayes High Indians will get good starting field position. Indians have been blessed with some great speed, some great backs, including quarterbacks over the last 8 or so years. Cardinal against Great Bend in that 42-41 wild football game beat Great Bend at Lewis Field Stadium, 23 carries, 285 yards. Delton had 265 yards last week on 13 carries, including getting sacked once and a couple of touchdowns. Hayes High offense needs to get things fired back up. 10:40 to go first half, and the Indians have the football on their own 35-yard line after the Garden City kickoff went out of bounds. Blackman to the right of Alex Delton. Dryden, Kreitzer, wide receivers to the right side. Winter to the left. Winter's in motion this time. Low snap. Delton to throw. Looks deep. He has a man looking for Hayden Kreitzer down the field. It is in and out of the hands of Kreitzer. Incomplete at the 25-yard line. Kreitzer had a step, and I'm not so sure that Shane Behrens, who was running in the same area, didn't get in the eyesight of Kreitzer a little bit. And it's an incomplete pass on what nearly was a touchdown. Delton 2 for 5 tonight for 45 yards.
And great protection on the offensive line for Alex Delton, who had plenty of time to find Kreitzer and throw that ball just a little bit outside the reach. It caught the fingertips of Hayden Kreitzer, but he wasn't able to get under it just quite enough.
Kreitzer will come out this time, and now it'll be Behrens and Rule, 2 slot backs to the right of Alex Delton on 2nd down and 10. Delton is going to hand it off to Blackman. He'll test the left side on a counter. Delton looks at the receiver and says, hey, by the way, the defender, Nayland Rakonis, grabbed my face mask when he was tackling me on the fake. It's a gain of 4 for Blackman to the 30.
And that was a good quick handoff by Alex Delton. Rincones was showing blitz the whole way and was going after Alex Delton. Again, we've talked about Garden City having 18 tackles for loss, 19 now because they've sacked Alex Delton one time. They're going to come after Alex in the backfield.
Ball to the 38. It's 3rd down and 7. 2 wide receivers, both sides for Delton. Very low snap, quick pass, slant, caught by Kreitzer. Needs to get the first down, does so. 2 hands on the football, gets to the 50-yard line. First down for the Hayes High Indians. Hayden Kreitzer, smart cat, kept both hands on the football.
You're right, and you're talking about he needed to pick up the first down. He was cutting across midfield, really going laterally to avoid some defenders when all he needed was 1 more yard just to get the first down. I think Hayden Kreitzer realized that, made the cut real quick just to make sure he got the first down instead of trying to do a heroic thing and pick up more added yardage.
Kreitzer's 10th catch of the year, 26th of his career. Kreitzer to the right side in the slot. He is right beside Keith Dryden. Handoff, Rule, no keeper. Delton right side, 45-yard line, gets hit, gets brought down by Nayland Rakonis. An excellent linebacker, all-league a year ago, likely to be all-league once again. Delton taken down at the 42-yard line of Garden City. It's a gain of 7 yards, 2nd and 3.
And I'll tell you what, Henningsen that time pulling to be a lead blocker for that running play, but how good was that offensive line blocking where Nayland Rakonis, the leading tackler in the Western Athletic Conference, the middle linebacker playing up near the line of scrimmage, is 8 yards down the field before he makes the tackle.
Ball from the 42 of Garden City. Indians lead 14-7. 2 running backs. Handoff to Blackman. He'll test the middle, and there is nothing there. Maybe gets to the 41-yard line. In on the tackle, Connor Schultz, the cornerback, came blitzing in hard over the middle. It's a no gain on the play. 3rd down and 3 for the Hayes High Indians, who are 1 for 2 tonight, and that 3rd down conversion happened on this drive.
I'll tell you what, the Garden City Buffaloes continue to be strong in the middle with, Olive and Loza right there in the middle, stacking up the line of scrimmage. Also with Jose Correas right there in the middle in the line of scrimmage.
Winter and Kreitzer to the left, to the near side, Baumgarn, and also that is going to be Keith Dryden. Connor Rule to the left side of Delton on 3rd and about 2.5 yards. Indians need to get inside the 40. Garden City brings a blitz. Delton can't outrun it to the left side. Peyton Hill, the linebacker, makes the tackle. He blitzed the middle of the field. It's a loss back to the 45-yard line. A loss on the play. 3 yards. Indians have to punt the football away.
Yeah, there's been some well-designed plays that allow for Alex Delton to run the ball where he fakes it or they have some misdirection. And that time Alex Delton really just kind of hesitating, trying to find an open hole, and there wasn't an open hole because there was no disguise on what the Indians had planned to do with that play.
Whistles. I believe Garden City takes a timeout. They do. Their second called timeouts, and Hayes High will punt the football away, leading 14-7 with 7:46 remaining in the first half. Indians looked like they had something going, got 7 yards on first down, but then on the next 2 plays went backwards 3 yards.
Garden City smartly calling a timeout there. The coaching staff saw that Alex Delton was lined up in the backfield in the punting formation.
Indian football is brought to you by M&D of Hayes, Discovery Drilling, Burwell Construction and Roofing, Progressive Physical Therapy, Dr. Stephen Larson, and Black Hawk Tank Service. And by the way, is something the Indians have worked on to try to throw off the other team, and it happened to work that time around. Hayes High with the 14-7 lead. Touchdown runs by Alex Delton of 84 yards on the second play from scrimmage and 55 yards on the Indians' 5th play of the game. Since then, the Indians fumbled, punts, and now looks like we'll be punting away once again. Garden City went punt, interception, punt, but they scored a touchdown on their previous drive, a 6-play, 50-yard drive that took 2.5 minutes after the Indians punted the football.
Alex Delton is
going to, on 4th down, come up to the line of scrimmage. He's going to try to draw Garden City off sides, you would think. Hard snap count. The Indians will burn a timeout. The play is to have Delton line up behind one of the blockers for the punts and then run up to the line of scrimmage and try to get Garden City to jump. Garden City did not, so the Indians used their final timeouts of this first half. 7:46 remaining. Indians out of timeouts. Garden City has 1 timeout remaining in this 14-7 game.
Yeah, trying to get Garden City to jump, but one of the few plays where Alex Delton actually comes up to be under center instead of the shotgun formation. And with 4th and 5, you really can't believe that this Indian offense is going to run a play with Alex Delton underneath center.
And you got to believe that maybe they fake it this time. Who knows what happens on down the road. So the Hayes High Indians on 4th and 5 are going to trot the offense back out onto the field. Indians this year on 4th downs are 2 for 5, and Hayes High offense comes back out onto the field for 4th down and about 6 yards. Need to get inside of the 40, the ball right on the 45. 2 wide receivers left, 1 to the right. Delton has a running back to either side. Delton to throw, looks left side for Rule. Does he make the catch? Yes, he does, and it is right on the first down marker. He is not going to get a good spot. That is going to be short of a first down, I'm afraid. Boy, Rule made a diving catch and then got a poor spot back near the 40-yard line, and the official's going to measure this one, take the chains all the way across the field. Goodness.
Yeah.
Boy, Connor Rule looked like he landed about at the 39-yard line.
Not a favorable spot
Not at all. Connor Rule's second catch in 2 games. It's for 6 yards. The question is it 6 and a football length or just a solid 6?
It'll be short, but whoa, yeah, just short.
It is short by about 3 chain lengths. That is not a good spot at all.
Credit Connor Rule, though. He went down low for that ball and really picked it up with just getting his hands underneath the ball between the turf, able to bring that ball up to his body. So a nice catch by Connor Rule, and an unfortunate spot for the Hayes High Indians causes a turnover on down. So
Rule's feet were at the 40-yard line. Connor is taller than 3 feet, so I'm pretty sure he was inside of that 39-yard line. So a turnover on downs, and now first down for Garden City. They get the ball at their own 40-yard line. It's going to be a handoff left side. Was that Coster again? Number 20 toting that football. That's going to be a tired young man. He gets up near the 42. He'll get 3 yards on the play. 2nd down and 7. 14th carry already tonight as he takes the ball to the 43-yard line. Has 111 yards and the Garden City touchdown. Alex Espinoza, Caleb Tramp, Akeel Love, wide receivers to the left. Tramp will be in the middle of those 3 wide receivers. Quarterback is Nunez, does not throw near as much. Handoff to Coster, tries the right side, cuts back, flag on the play, comes to the near side of the field, hit in the backfield once again, 45-50, giving Chase Garrett Fonensteel. He'll miss the tackle, then Kreitzer slams him to the ground at the 32, but a flag in the backfield You'd like to think this is against Garden City.
I think it is. Braden Delzite's on the ground right in the area where the flag was thrown, so he was tackled to the ground. They're going to bring that back, a holding call on the Garden City Buffaloes.
If I'm not mistaken, just Garden City's third penalty of the night, but it wipes off a 21-yard run on some nifty running by Jared Coster. How much gas can that young man have in the tank?
Nifty running. But I'll tell you what, again, that far side of the line of scrimmage is not very strong. Now it's the far side of the line of scrimmage, the right side of the line of scrimmage. They're inserting different offensive linemen in. This time they brought in a Lorenzo Hernandez. He comes in. They're just struggling to find a replacement for Alex Ortiz, who got a banged-up knee last week at Great Bend.
That's essentially a 14-yard penalty. It happened 4 yards in the backfield and then tacked 10 yards onto that, all the way back to the 29-yard line. Second down and long. Play clock down to 10 as Garden City gets the play in. Tramp, lone wide receiver left guard, Garrett Fonesteel on him. Two wide receivers to the right. Handoff, keeper by Nunez. Right side, Indians sniff it out. Colton Myers can't make the tackle in the backfield. Nunez up the sideline. First down, and he steps out where? At the 43-yard line. Boy, the Indians had the play read beautifully. Myers couldn't make the tackle in the backfield. Instead, Nunez, his first carry of the night, goes out to the 43-yard line. It's a gain of 14 yards, setting up third down and manageable for the Garden City Buffaloes. Third down and about 7. They are 1 for 4 on third downs tonight. That one third down conversion was 3rd and 1. Myers comes out of the game.
Dylan Flagler in for Myers.
Flagler's battling a left thumb injury, left knee injury. Indians need a stop. Leading 14-7. Toss left side, Coster. Coster is caught in the backfield. Can the Indians make the tackle? No. Gets to the right side. He's at the 45-40. He's going to get taken down inside of the 30. The Indians a second time have the tackle in the backfield, and Coster just cuts back and goes the other way. The Indians cannot make the stop on third down.
And the Garden City Buffaloes looking for a horse collar tackle. The tackler for the Hayes High Indians had grabbed the jersey to pull Coster back, but I don't think he really pulled him to the ground.
Well, the Indians give up a big conversion on third down. Ball to the 27-yard line. Coster, 31 yards on that run. 142 yards tonight. Ball gets to the 27. High snap. It's keeper by Nunez, left side as the Indians get tackled in the backfield, missed 3-4 tackles, and eventually a flag comes in as Keith Dryden makes the tackle. One of the offensive linemen for Hayes High tackled a defensive lineman in the backfield. And no penalty. There's a penalty down the field near the first down marker. Goodness.
Well, this for the last few plays, tackling skills by the Hayes High Indians, just trying to arm tackle, and these runners for the Garden City Buffaloes are just too powerful and too quick and too shifty. They're going to have to break down and get good open field tackles, and that technique right now is breaking down.
Holding on Garden City. It'll occur at the 17-yard line, and they just marked off 5 yards. Why is it a 5-yard penalty? Well, they marked off 5 yards from the 17 back to the 22. So give 4 yards to Nunez. 5.5 to go. Indians up by a touchdown in the first half. Nunez in the pistol. Coster behind him. Tramp to the left. 2 wide receivers to the right. It's a handoff. Coster cuts back, gets hit, and gets dropped. That time the Indians make the tackle. Brandon Hardwick. Also, Braden Delzite in on the tackle. And gain of maybe 2 yards. And no gain on the play.
That time Coster just trying to power it up the middle over the right side of the line of scrimmage with Edgar Guzman, the right guard, 280-pound junior, leading the way. And Brandon Hardwick just did a great job of stuffing up the line of scrimmage. And Coster didn't try to make a lateral movement.
2nd and 6 from about the 22-yard line. Nunez will take the high snap. He'll hand off. No, he'll fake. Looking for Tramp down the field. Now under some pressure. In the backfield. Gets hit by Connor Rule and Shane Behrens. And taken down just behind the line of scrimmage. Great coverage, a double team on Tramp down the field. Nunez nowhere to go. Nunez has only thrown 24 times in the 3 games. It's a sack, a half sack for each of the Hayes High Indians. Shane Behrens, his first sack of the year. And also a sack for Connor Rule.
Yeah, and credit those 2 guys getting back in the backfield and pressuring Nunez, but double coverage on Caleb Tramp. did not give Nunez a target downfield, or at least the target he was looking for.
Garden City taking a long time to bring this play in, and they will call their final timeout of the first half. 4:04 remaining in what has become a very physical and very tense first half. Kalon scoreboard update. No score between McPherson and Rose Hill. They are already at halftime. Kalon scoreboard update brought to you by Kalon. That green grass you're looking for in the spring starts with spraying in the fall by Hayes Kalon. Call Kirk Maska, 623-0674. Kurt Viner at 623-8427. Dodge City leads Liberal after one, 17-0. That's all the scores for you. We'll get updates on Buhler and Augusta and Wamego and Abilene as the evening goes along.
Adam Klaus still down here on the sideline. He's got ice on the ankle, so what we thought might have been a knee problem looks like he's got some type of a banged up ankle there on the left side.
Ball back to the 23-yard line. This is a Garden City drive that started after the Indians thought they had a first down on a diving catch by Connor Rule, measured, and it was brought up short by about 3 chain links. 3rd down and 6. Espinoza, a wide receiver to the right. Tramp is going to line up to the left side. Schultz to the right as well. Akil Love to the left side. Standing in front of Tramp. Nunez to pass on 3rd and 6. He throws it deep for Tramp, who gets hit as he catches. Does he make the catch? Yes. And inside the 15 for a first down. He'll be knocked out of bounds at the 13-yard line.
Well, good coverage. Good coverage. It looked like Maddox winner on Caleb Tramp there, but Caleb is 6 foot 5 inches, and Nunez throws the ball high. And Caleb, again, you mentioned being a good basketball player. He's got the vertical height jump to be able to pick that ball up.
Garden City has converted on their last 3 third down tries after missing on their first 3. Handoff, Coster, right side. No, Nunez up the middle. Barons make the initial hit. Ball on the ground. Who has the football? Looked like Barons popped it free. Unpile, and the Hayes High Indians have the football. It was either Keith Dryden or Connor Rule who came up with the loose ball. Garden City fumbles the football on a loss for the 9th time this year. That is the 13th fumble on the season, and they're now 13th turnover. They threw an interception earlier in the game.
And how important it is now for Hayes High Indians, who've given up a little momentum offensively. They've had consecutive 3-and-outs and a turnover on downs. It's important now with 3:36 left on the clock. They gain some momentum because Garden City's going to get the ball back in the second half. Garden City won the toss and deferred. So Hayes High Indians have a great opportunity to get a score before halftime.
Indians will have the ball back on their own, we'll call it 6-yard line. Indians 1st and 10. It's a keeper by Delton. He'll cut against Espinoza. Get taken down near a first down. Right at the 16-yard line. Hayden Kreitzer got hit in the mouth. Had to take off his helmet. He'll have to come out for a play. 2nd down. It's a gain of 9 on the play. Barons will come in for Kreitzer, who got hit in the mouth. Now Brady Baumgarten into the ball game as well for the Indians. 9-yard gain. The drive started on the 7. Ball out to the 16. 150 yards for Alex Delton on just 7 carries. Dryden wide receiver to the right. Baumgart and Betts are to the left. And in the backfields, Connor Rule to the left side of Delton. 2nd down and 1 after the 9-yard gain by Delton. Handoff, no keeper by Delton. Straight up the middle, big seam, 30, 35, 40. One man giving chase. He's at the 40, 35, 30, 20, near sideline, 10, 5. Touchdown for a 3rd time tonight. Alex Delton breaks it free. Straight up the middle, and the Hayes High Indians enjoy a 20-7 lead with 2:40 to go in this second quarter.
I'm not sure. I didn't catch the offensive line, but I think it was Henningsen again providing a lead block for Alex Delton there. And I'll tell you what, there is not another player on Garden City that can keep up with Alex Delton.
Oh, no, not even close.
Alex was 2 yards ahead of the defender who tried to dive for Alex. Alex outran him and then just gained ground all the way into the end zone.
You would be hard-pressed to find a player in the state of Kansas who can keep up with Alex Delton. 21-7 after the Kyler Liker extra point. That drive started at the 7, 93 yards all from Alex Delton.
Okay, now with 2 minutes and 40 seconds left, the Hayes High Indians defense has allowed the Garden City Buffaloes to gain considerable yardage on their last few possessions. Again, Garden City's going to get the ball coming out in the second half. It's important now for the Hayes High Indians to hold their ground and maintain what is a 2-score lead against this Garden City Buffalo team.
It is the second 84-yard touchdown run by Delton tonight. And catch this, 8 carries, 234 yards, and 3 touchdowns for Delton. There's 2:40 remaining in the first half. Delton had 265 last week. We mentioned before he's the first to go over 250. Cardinal did it back in 2011 against Great Bend. He went for 285. Quite frankly, I didn't look up who was the last one to go over 300 yards. May be a while.
It's going to be interesting to see what happens the remainder of this game. We've seen Alex Delton have those kind of breakaway runs this season, but the Hayes High Indian offense, you feel like you've got to mix it up a little bit. You got to throw the ball, you got to run the ball up the middle, and tonight none of that's been successful very well for the Hayes High Indians.
Delton is 4 for 7 for 63 yards, so there has been some success there tonight. But, Kurt, I take you back to something you said in the pregame show. This is a Garden City defense that had given up in 3 games 1,218 yards. They are being gashed tonight once again. So Kyler Liker to kick off left to right for the first time from the 40-yard line, tees it up in the middle of the field. End over end kick, taken at the 20-yard line, taken near side at the 26, up to the 30, 31, oh, don't mark him, nice spot, to the 34-yard line for Garden City. That is Aaron Trejo again. Indians keeping out of the hands of Jared Coster, who has been the guy tonight for Garden City. He has 16 of the runs tonight for Garden City, but the last drive was a fumble by Jesse Nunez. 2:35 remaining in the half. Indians lead 21-7. Keith Dryden still in at that cornerback position for Adam Klaus. Garrett Fonesteel near side. He's been lined up against Tramp nearly all night. Nunez with Coster to his right. Hands off to Coster. Coster goes in the backfield and he is dropped. Guess who? Isaiah Blackman. That is 5 tackles for loss over the last 2 games and now 6 on the season. Lost back to the 29-yard line.
Isaiah Blackman from the linebacker position eyeballs Christian Correas, the tight end, moving from the far side of the field over to the left, eyeballs him, just follows Correas, ball snapped. Isaiah Blackman goes straight to that line of scrimmage, and part of the line of scrimmage, and sure enough, that's where Coster was.
No arm tackle by Blackman either. Got the body into the tackle. Blackman missed the first game of the season due to illness. Tonight and the last 2 games, he has had a huge impact. 2nd down and 15 from the 29-yard line. Nunez keeps to himself this time after the fake. Gets hit, goes down. He'll gain a yard to the 30-yard line. Man on the scene for the tackle. That is going to be Braden Delzite. He is having a monster year from that defensive tackle position. That's his 15th tackle this year. 3 of them have been for loss. He is number 1 in the Western Athletic Conference in sacks. Gain of 1 for Nunez. 4 carries, 18 yards. 3rd down and 14 for Garden City, who were within a touchdown. Got the ball all the way down to the Hayes High 7, but fumbled. Now Garden City taking some time. They don't want to give the ball back to Hayes. With neither team having timeouts. 3 wide receivers left. It's a play-action pass. No, Coster's going to keep. He comes to the near side. He's going to get hit. Hayden Kreitzer is going to throw him down to the ground. Also in on the tackle. I don't need to say his name. Isaiah Blackman is there once again. It's a tackle back to the 29. Loss of 1. Indians cannot stop the clock with 55 seconds remaining in the half because both teams out of timeouts. So the Indians will try to either go after this punt and get good field position or see if Hayden Kreitzer might be able to do something special.
You mentioned Isaiah Blackman. Garrett Fonensteel really playing a blocking role there. Held up an offensive lineman out there to block for Coster. And
that offensive lineman is Caleb Tramp, the wide receiver. Fonensteel has been doing an excellent job. Back to punt is going to be Peyton Hill. He's going to let the play clock expire to be able to take a maximum amount of time off the clock. Penalty on Garden City. They intended that one. 5th penalty of the night on the Buffaloes. Hill got into one earlier, a 61-yard punt. But it went out of the back of the end zone and gave the Indians the ball at the 20. So Kreitzer will set up camp at the 37-yard line. Hill stands back at his own 10. Now the ball will be spotted back at the 24 for this punt. Hill awaits the snap. And it's almost blocked. Flag on the play, and I think Hayes High is going to get called for a Well, is it roughing or is it running into? And a coach is all the way out to midfield. I think Peyton Hill is okay.
He's going to be okay. He acted up a little bit, but I'll tell you what, Ethan Dieterding.
Personal foul on Ethan Dieterding. And so Garden City will get the football back. I thought they had eliminated the automatic first downs for penalties like that, but apparently not.
Tell you what, Ethan Dieterding was well into the backfield and had laid out. It wasn't a control thing for Ethan Dieterding. He was in the air, laid out. There was just no way to avoid.
Now you have to be careful. Garden City has the football at their own 39-yard line, 1st and 10. And you know who Garden City is looking for, big Caleb Tramp. Alex Espinoza, by the way, he has 10 receptions, but just for 69 yards. All the touchdowns this year for Garden City have been caught by Caleb Tramp. No timeouts left. There's 13 seconds on the clock, and the roughing the punter penalty gives Garden City the football back. Puts a man in motion. Akeel Love. Love is going to take the handoff. He's going to come to the left side 40. He'll get taken down, and that will be the end of the half. The Hayes High Indians lead 21-7. Kurt David, thoughts on the first half? The Indians never really let up. It was more Garden City really stepped up their defense.
Well, Hayes High Indians didn't really let up. They tried to mix up offensively after having considerable success starting out. Had a fumble, then a couple of consecutive 3-and-outs, but the Hayes High Indian defense held their ground with the exception of one possession for the Garden City Buffaloes. Then the Hayes High Indians come back out with really one of those play calls they did early in the first quarter. Give Alex Delton the ball, let him run upfield and gain ground and get into the end zone on a long run. But they go into halftime up 2 scores, 21-7 against this Garden City Buffalo team, who you mentioned it before, has given up 1,200 yards of offense this year, 400 yards average per game, and they've got to be beyond that average right now with Alex Delton picking up those 3 long runs for touchdowns.
The Hayes High Indians lead 21-7 at the break. We'll take a break, and when we come back, your halftime show on Hayes High Indian football.
And proud to support TMP and Hayes High. Carico Implement is pleased to offer the John Deere line of equipment, from farm tractors to lawn and garden equipment. Carico carries hard-to-find parts and offers a complete line of toys and collectibles. Whiskey Creek Woodfire Grill, 3203 Vine and Hayes, where the fire's always burning. See them online at whiskeycreek.com. Home Steel Siding and Windows, making your home or business beautiful, energy efficient, and comfortable with quality products we stand behind. See us at our new location north of Hayes or online at homesteelsiding.com. G&L Tire and Automotive, more than just tires. They do oil changes, alignments, brake service, transmission flushes, any kind of service work including tires by Firestone and Bridgestone. Advanced Insulation and Coatings. Save money, reduce sound, improve indoor air quality. Spray foam is the right choice for your home or business. Advanced Insulation and Coatings in Hayes. Joe Bob Outfitters. Joe Bob Outfitters, firearms, ammunition, accessories, and parts. Veteran owned and operated. Joe Bob Outfitters, 2011 Vine in Hayes. APAC. APAC has proven itself to be unsurpassed in quality and safety for highway construction. In fact, APAC is recognized as having one of the very best safety records in our industry. APAC, giving you the smooth ride. And by Eagle Communications, proud to provide cable TV, the fastest high-speed internet, and phone services to the area. Eagle Communications, our community connected. This Eagle Community Television sports presentation is brought to you by Kerner Chiropractic, providing personalized chiropractic care so you can live your life. Find us in the Northridge Plaza in Hayes. Westview Church of Hayes, helping you enjoy life. Services for all ages, Sunday mornings at 10:30 and Wednesday evenings at 7. See them online at web.tv. Carpet One of Hayes and Vidstem Decorating Center, providing you with quality, service, selection, and value since 1945. Nobody does it better than Carpet One. Thomas More Prep Marion. Through the dedication of students, parents, teachers, and alumni members, the focus is on Christian values and community awareness. TMP, Worlds of Opportunity, investing for eternity. Discovery Drilling. With 4 late model rigs, they have served central and western Kansas for over 20 years. Paul Wurtenberger Construction, designing and building residential and commercial, building dreams for over 30 years. Paul Wurtenberger Construction, see our ad in the Next Tech directory. Service Master Clean of Hayes. From the major accidents to the minor incidents, Service Master Clean of Hayes. Corey, Pam, and the entire staff supports the efforts of Hayes High and TMP. Call today at 628-6712. Home Oil and Supply, 24-hour card fueling, bulk delivery of gas and fuel. Proud to support TMP and Hayes High, serving the Hayes area since 1963. Home Oil and Supply. Lifetime Dental Care. Lifetime Dental Care provides your family with health, function, and beauty. Check out all of their services at lifetimedentalcare.com. Lifetime Dental Care of Hayes, always accepting new patients. Insurance Planning. Insurance for the way you work and live. For business, home, and family. Value the price, remember the service. Insurance Planning, IPI Financial Services, and Ag Pro Crop Insurance. Offices in Hayes, Great Bend, and Russell. Swift Services. Ted and Shelley Fuchs are proud to support area youth. Swift Services, with locations in Hayes and Ness City. Hayes Chevrolet. They have a huge selection of brand new Chevy cars, trucks, vans, SUVs, and a great selection of pre-owned vehicles. See them online at hayeschevrolet.com. M&D Incorporated. They do trenching for sewer, water, electric, and gas. They also dig basements and make building pads. M&D Excavating, building the backbone of our community. Midwestern Pipe Works. Over 30 years of service to the oil industry. Steel pipe manufacturing and processing, oil country tubular goods. Schmidt Automotive. Keith is proud to take care of your vehicles and proud to support the Monarchs and the Indians. Redeem Designs. Screen print embroidery design, where you'll find better ideas, better designs, better people. Come experience the best at 2204 Vine and Hayes. Bernie's Hamburger House. Feed yourself or the whole team with great burgers, milkshakes, and the award-winning onion rings. Mary Ann, Bonnie, and the staff at Bernie's Hamburger House at 17th and Vine and Hayes, now accepting credit and debit cards. Next Tech Wireless, providing its customers cutting-edge technology, including 4G LTE data and mobile services. Goodwin Sporting Goods, your letter jacket provider for all area schools. Hayes High, TMP, Victoria, Ellis, Trigo. You want it, they've got it. Your one-stop for sporting goods. Bacon Ryan Appraising Services, the lead provider of real estate valuations for the mortgage lending marketplace. With many years of experience, they have a proven track record. Contact Patty Bacon Ryan today. PerfTech Wireline Services, total case whole wireline services covering the state of Kansas, and proud to support TMP and Hayes High. Carico Implement is pleased to offer the John Deere line of equipment. From farm tractors to lawn and garden equipment, Carico carries hard-to-find parts and offers a complete line of toys and collectibles. Whiskey Creek Woodfire Grill, 3203 Vine and Hayes, where the fire's always burning. See them online at whiskeycreek.com. Home Steel Siding and Windows, making your home or business beautiful, energy efficient, and comfortable with quality products we stand behind. See us at our new location north of Hayes or online at homesteelsiding.com. G&L Tire and Automotive, more than just tires. They do oil changes, alignments, brake service, transmission flushes, any kind of service work including tires by Firestone and Bridgestone. Advanced Insulation and Coatings. Save money, reduce sound, improve indoor air quality. Spray foam is the right choice for your home or business. Advanced Insulation and Coatings in Hayes. Joe Bob Outfitters. Joe Bob Outfitters, firearms, ammunition, accessories, and parts. Veteran owned and operated. Joe Bob Outfitters, 2011 Vine in Hayes. APAC. APAC has proven itself to be unsurpassed in quality and safety for highway construction. In fact, APAC is recognized as having one of the very best safety records in our industry. APAC, giving you the smooth ride. And by Eagle Communications, proud to provide cable TV, the fastest high-speed internet, and phone services to the area. Eagle Communications, our community connected. This Eagle Community Television sports presentation is brought to you by Kerner Chiropractic, providing personalized chiropractic care so you can live your life. Find us in the Northridge Plaza in Hayes. Westview Church of Hayes, helping you enjoy life. Services for all ages, Sunday mornings at 10:30 and Wednesday evenings at 7. See them online at westviewchurch.tv. Carpet One of Hayes and Vidstem Decorating Center, providing you with quality, service, selection, and value since 1945. Nobody does it better than Carpet One. Thomas More Prep Marion. Through the dedication of students, parents, teachers, and alumni members, the focus is on Christian values and community awareness. TMP, Worlds of Opportunity, investing for eternity. Discovery Drilling. With 4 late model rigs, they have served central and western Kansas for over 20 years. Paul Wurtenberger Construction. Designing and building residential and commercial. Building dreams for over 30 years. Paul Wurtenberger Construction. See our ad in the Next Tech directory. Service Master Clean of Hayes. From the major accidents to the minor incidents. Service Master Clean of Hayes. Corey, Pam, and the entire staff supports the efforts of Hayes High and TMP. Call today at 628-6712. Home Oil and Supply. 24-hour card fueling. Bulk delivery of gas and fuel. Proud to support TMP and Hayes High, serving the Hayes area since 1963. Home Oil and Supply. Lifetime Dental Care. Lifetime Dental Care provides your family with health, function, and beauty. Check out all of their services at lifetimedentalcare.com. Lifetime Dental Care of Hayes, always accepting new patients. Insurance Planning. Insurance for the way you work and live. For business, home, and family. Value the price, remember the service. Insurance Planning, IPI Financial Services, and Ag Pro Crop Insurance. Offices in Hayes, Great Bend, and Russell. Swift Services. Ted and Shelley Fuchs are proud to support area youth. Swift Services with locations in Hayes and Ness City. Hayes Chevrolet. They have a huge selection of brand new Chevy cars, trucks, vans, SUVs, and a great selection of pre-owned vehicles. See them online at hayeschevrolet.com. M&D Incorporated. They do trenching for sewer, water, electric, and gas. They also dig basements and make building pads. M&D Excavating, building the backbone of our community. Midwestern Pipe Works. Over 30 years of service to the oil and gas industry. Steel pipe manufacturing and processing, oil country tubular goods. Schmidt Automotive. Keith is proud to take care of your vehicles and proud to support the Monarchs and the Indians. Redeem Designs. Screen print embroidery design, where you'll find better ideas, better designs, better people. Come experience the best at 2204 Vine and Hayes. Bernie's Hamburger House. Feed yourself or the whole team with great burgers, milkshakes, and the award-winning onion rings. Mary Ann, Bonnie, and the staff at Bernie's Hamburger House at 17th and Vine and Hayes, now accepting credit and debit cards. Next Tech Wireless, providing its customers cutting-edge technology, including 4G LTE data and mobile services. Goodwin Sporting Goods, your letter jacket provider for all area schools. Hayes High, TMP, Victoria, Ellis, Trigo. You want it, they've got it. Your one-stop for sporting goods. Bacon Ryan Appraising Services, the lead provider of real estate valuations for the mortgage lending marketplace. With many years of experience, they have a proven track record. Contact Patty Bacon Ryan today. PerfTech Wireline Services, total case whole wireline services covering the state of Kansas, and proud to support TMP and Hayes High. Carico Implement is pleased to offer the John Deere line of equipment. From farm tractors to lawn and garden equipment, Carico carries hard-to-find parts and offers a complete line of toys and collectibles. Whiskey Creek Wood Fire Grill, 3203 Vine and Hayes, where the fire's always burning. See them online at whiskeycreek.com. Home Steel Siding and Windows, making your home or business beautiful, energy efficient, and comfortable with quality products we stand behind. See us at our new location north of Hayes or online at homesteelsiding.com. G&L Tire and Automotive, more than just tires. They do oil changes, alignments, brake service, transmission flushes, any kind of service work including tires by Firestone and Bridgestone. Advanced Insulation and Coatings. Save money, reduce sound, improve indoor air quality. Spray foam is the right choice for your home or business. Advanced Insulation and Coatings in Hayes. Joe Bob Outfitters. Joe Bob Outfitters, firearms, ammunition, accessories, and parts. Veteran owned and operated. Joe Bob Outfitters, 2011 Vine in Hayes. APAC. APAC has proven itself to be unsurpassed in quality and safety for highway construction. In fact, APAC is recognized as having one of the very best safety records in our industry. APAC, giving you the smooth ride. and by Eagle Communications, proud to provide cable TV, the fastest high-speed internet, and phone services to the area. Eagle Communications, our community connected. This Eagle Community Television sports presentation is brought to you by Kerner Chiropractic, providing personalized chiropractic care so you can live your life. Find us in the Northridge Plaza in Hayes. Westview Church of Hayes, helping you enjoy life. Services for all ages Sunday mornings at 10:30 and Wednesday evenings at 7. See them online at westviewchurch.tv. Carpet One of Hayes and Vidstem Decorating Center, providing you with quality, service, selection, and value since 1945. Nobody does it better than Carpet One. Thomas More Prep Marion. Through the dedication of students, parents, teachers, and alumni members, the focus is on Christian values and community awareness. TMP, Worlds of Opportunity, investing for eternity. Discovery Drilling. With 4 late model rigs, they have served central and western Kansas for over 20 years. Paul Wurtenberger Construction, designing and building residential and commercial, building dreams for over 30 years. Paul Wurtenberger Construction, see our ad in the Next Tech directory. Service Master Clean of Hayes, from the major accidents to the minor incidents. Service Master Clean of Hayes. Corey, Pam, and the entire staff supports the efforts of Hayes High and TMP. Call today at 628-6712. Home Oil and Supply, 24-hour card fueling, bulk delivery of gas and fuel. Proud to support TMP and Hayes High, serving the Hayes area since 1963. Home Oil and Supply. Lifetime Dental Care. Lifetime Dental Care provides your family with health, function, and beauty. Check out all of their services at lifetimedentalcare.com. Lifetime Dental Care of Hayes, always accepting new patients. Insurance Planning. Insurance for the way you work and live. For business, home, and family. Value the price, remember the service. Insurance Planning, IPI Financial Services, and Ag Pro Crop Insurance. Offices in Hayes, Great Bend, and Russell. Swift Services. Ted and Shelley Fuchs are proud to support Swift Services with locations in Hayes and Ness City. Hayes Chevrolet. They have a huge selection of brand new Chevy cars, trucks, vans, SUVs, and a great selection of pre-owned vehicles. See them online at hayeschevrolet.com. M&D Incorporated. They do trenching for sewer, water, electric, and gas. They also dig basements and make building pads. M&D Excavating, building the backbone of our community. Midwestern Pipe Works. Over 30 years of service to the oil and gas industry. Steel pipe manufacturing and processing, oil country tubular goods. Schmidt Automotive. Keith is proud to take care of your vehicles and proud to support the Monarchs and the Indians. Redeem Designs. Screen print embroidery design, where you'll find better ideas, better designs, better people. Come experience the best at 2204 Vine in Hayes. Bernie's Hamburger House. Feed yourself or the whole team with great burgers, milkshakes, and the award-winning onion rings. Mary Ann, Bonnie, and the staff at Bernie's Hamburger House at 17th and Vine in Hayes, now accepting credit and debit cards. Next Tech Wireless, providing its customers cutting-edge technology, including 4G LTE data and mobile services. Goodwin Sporting Goods, your letter jacket provider for all area schools. Hayes High, TMP, Victoria, Ellis, Trigo. You want it, they've got it. Your one-stop for sporting goods. Bank and Ryan Appraising Services, the lead provider of real estate valuations for the mortgage lending marketplace. With many years of experience, they have a proven track record. Contact Patty Bank and Ryan today. PerfTech Wireline Services, total case whole wireline services covering the state of Kansas, and proud to support TMP and Hayes High. Carico Implement is pleased to offer the John Deere line of equipment, from farm tractors to lawn and garden equipment. Carico carries hard-to-find parts and offers a complete line of toys and collectibles. Whiskey Creek Wood Fire Grill, 3203 Vine in Hayes, where the fire's always burning. See them online at whiskeycreek.com. Home Steel Siding and Windows, making your home or business beautiful, energy efficient, and comfortable with quality products we stand behind. See us at our new location north of Hayes or online at homesteelsiding.com. G&L Tire and Automotive, more than years. They do oil changes, alignments, brake service, transmission flushes, any kind of service work including tires by Firestone and Bridgestone. Advanced insulation and coatings. Save money, reduce sound, improve indoor air quality. Spray foam is the right choice for your home or business. Advanced insulation and coatings in Hayes. Joe Bob Outfitters. Joe Bob Outfitters, firearms, ammunition, accessories, and parts. Veteran owned and operated. Joe Bob Outfitters, 2011 Vine in Hayes. APAC. APAC has proven itself to be unsurpassed in quality and safety for highway construction. In fact, APAC is recognized as having one of the very best safety records in our industry. APAC, giving you the smooth ride. And by Eagle Communications, proud to provide cable TV, the fastest high-speed internet, and phone services to the area. Eagle Communications, our community connected.
Scheduled for 6 p.m. Fans, again, we encourage you to come out and support Garden City Athletics.
Welcome back to the Kevin Shoemaker Construction Halftime Show. The Hayes High Indians lead the Garden City Buffaloes by the score of 21-7. Your halftime stats are brought to you tonight by Bon Appetit Treat. Need to board your pet while you're following the team? Be sure to check out all the FHSU, Hayes High, TMP, K-State, and KU items for your pet. Call 621-PAUSE, Bon Appetit Treat, Pet Hotel, Bakery and Boutique, 2202 Vine in Hayes. The Hayes High Indians with 340 yards of offense at halftime, 277 rushing, 63 passing. Garden City 162 yards rushing, 10 passing, 72. Indians 1 of 3 on third downs, 0 for 1 on fourth. Garden City 3 for 7 on third downs. They have not attempted a fourth down conversion. Indians with 1 turnover on a fumble. Garden City with 2 turnovers, an interception and a fumble. Each team okay on penalties. Indians with 4 for 47. Garden City 5 for 44. The Hayes High Indians 3 touchdowns coming off the legs of Alex Delton on the holes opened up by his offensive line. Delton 8 carries, 234 yards, a pair of 84-yard touchdown rushes, and a 55-yard touchdown run. Isaiah Blackman 5 carries, 27 yards. Connor Rule 1 carry, 9 yards, and Hayden Kreitzer 1 carry for 7 yards. Alex Delton tonight passing 4 for 7, 63 yards. He had 1 completion to Connor Rule, 1 to Adam Klaus, and 2 for Hayden Kreitzer. Offensively for Garden City, the load carried by Jared Coster, 18 carries, 136 yards, and Garden City's lone touchdown. Your halftime scores from around the state include Dodge City over Liberal 31-6, Great Bend over Wichita North 15-7, Bueller up over Augusta at halftime 28-7, McPherson and Rose Hill 0s at halftime, and Abilene and Wamego 6-6 late in the second quarter. Bishop Miege up over St. Thomas Aquinas 16-6 in a battle of state-ranked teams. TMP leads Plainville 7-6 at halftime, and your scoreboard update is brought to you by Hayes Kalon. The green grass you want in the spring starts with spraying in the fall by Hayes Kalon. Call Kirk Maska 623-0674 or Kirk 623-8427. Dustin Armbruster, Kurt David, along with Britt Zweigert at the KFIX studio. Stevens on the camera for ECTV and HayesPost.com. Also like to welcome into the broadcast Harrison up on the computer tonight for the Hayes High Indian football game. Kurt David, what do the Indians need to do to continue to win this ball game? They're up 21-7 at the break.
Well, I think the keys remain the same for the second half as they were the first half. Turnovers have been big so far. They've shifted momentum. When Hayes High Indians turn over the ball, Garden City picks up momentum, moves the ball, but then, Hayes High gets it. A key fumble as the Garden City Buffaloes are driving into the end zone. Hayes High Indians capitalize that, get the points off the turnover, getting the touchdown to get a 2-score lead going into halftime. Continue to protect Alex Delton. The Hayes High Indian offensive line's done a great job tonight, giving Alex Delton plenty of time to find receivers down the field, especially Hayden Kreitzer, who's had some great attempts to catch a ball and had a great catch there in the second quarter. And then also contain Caleb Tramp. I know Jared Coster's been the man so far, and he's ridden Edgar Guzman and Oswald Martinez along the left side, the far side of the line of scrimmage. He's followed those guys along with Christian Correas, the tight end. But sooner or later, down 2 scores, you know they've got to try to bring Caleb Tramp back into this game. And again, Caleb's 6'5" tall, and he's got a vertical jump that's quite a bit. We saw him catch a ball out of the sky pretty high. So Caleb Tramp's a talented guy. Don't let him get behind you. And don't forget, Caleb Tramp has fumbled the ball frequently this year. 1 of every 5 catches so far going into this game have been a fumble. So turnovers, give Alex Delton protection. And although Jared Coster's really been the man for Garden City Buffaloes, don't forget about Caleb Tramp. And man, at 6'5", 210 pounds, how could you?
It'll be a bit until that offensive line gets back out on the field, but Trenton Henningsen, Ethan Dieterding, Braden Delzite, Craig Dreiling, and Brandon Hardwick are having their best game of the year. Garden City will get the football to start the second half. They move right to left. Kyler Leiker will kick to the north, as it is a kick about to the 14-yard line. Yardley returns to the right. Hash mark. Connor Rule gives chase and chases him down right at the 25-yard line. Indians with some injuries in their special teams, playing more guys on those special teams. Connor Rule, Ethan Dieterding, some of those guys seeing some time. And how about a quick shout out as we get ready for this second half, as Keith Dryden has been playing both ways the entire night tonight. That injury to Adam Klaus, he has got his pads off. He'll be on crutches rest of the night as they work on an air cast and getting some kind of ice onto that left ankle. We'll try to get an update on him throughout the night. 3 wide receivers left. The quarterback is going to be Nunez. Once again, he'll take a snap. Hand off to Coster straight up the middle. Gets hit, and he'll gain about 3 yards to the 28-yard line.
Okay, Coster starting out, going right up the middle of the line of scrimmage. He gains up 6 yards on that play. Garden City Buffalo offensive line coming out fired up, trying to get back into this game.
Ball from the 25. They'll mark him down on the 30-yard line. 2nd down and 5. Coster lines up behind Nunez. Again, 2 wide receivers left. Slot back to the left. Hand off Coster. Again, nothing fancy, just straight up the middle. He'll gain 3 to the 33-yard line, setting up 3rd down and about 2 yards. Garden City in the first half, 3 for 7 on 3rd down conversions. Coster now with 20 carries for 144 yards. Coming into the night, he had 305 yards on the season, 3rd leading rusher in the Western Athletic Conference. A minute gone out of the 3rd quarter, 21-7. Hayes High lead over Garden City on the road for a 3rd time in the first 4 weeks of the season. Tramp along with 2 other wide receivers near side. Indians jump. Or did Garden City draw him off?
There was a jump on the defensive line, but also the left guard for the Garden City Buffaloes moved.
Penalty on the Hayes High Indians.
And that'll cost him a 1st down.
It is the Indians' 5th penalty of the night, so it wipes off 3rd and 2. That's 2 conversions the Indians have given Garden City. 4th down on a roughing the punter at the end of the first half, and now on 3rd and 2, Garden City gets a free 1st down. Garden City with the football out near the 43-yard line. Out near the 38-yard line. Just shy of the 38, middle of the field. Garden City in their home brown right to left. Now 2 in the backfield with Nunez. Indians showing blitz. Bring all 3 linebackers up to the line of scrimmage. Showing that blitz. They'll hand off to Coster. Big hole. Gets across the 40 to the 42-yard line. And Garden City, Kurt David, showing something they did not in the first half. Just running straight up the middle. Everything early was to the outside for Coster.
Yeah, right. Exactly right. They're going straight up over Perez, Humberto Perez, the 265-pound senior center, straight up over him on the last 2 plays.
He's about one of the only guys in their starting position due to injuries on that offensive line. Garden City, 2nd down and 6. Handoff Coster again, straight up the middle, gets hit, gets driven backwards. Colton Myers, also Shane Behrens, Hayden Kreitzer, Keith Dryden, all there to make the stop. The ball spotted at the 42-yard line, no gain on the play. And again, 3rd down for Garden City. Indians jumped on 3rd and 2 This will be 3rd and 6 from the 42-yard line. Garden City on their own side of the field. Indians a 3-4 look for the first time tonight. Show blitz with those linebackers. Now Nunez rolls out to throw. He's got room to run. Makes a couple of people miss. First down in Hayes High territory as he goes down inside of the 45 down to the 42.5-yard line. Good enough for a first down on a 16-yard run.
And we saw that in the first half where Nunez would take the ball and run with it. And he's an elusive runner. He gets upfield and he makes some lateral moves and he causes the Hayes High Indians to miss some tackles.
Well, and he was rolling out to that left side and he was trying to throw the football, but Nunez a better runner than Hill, who left the game early with a left arm injury. He's normally their fourth quarterback along with starting the game and running that first quarter. Handoff, no quick pass, right side, Espinoza. It's a screen play to that far side. Indians read it. Ball comes loose. It's loose on the ground and recovered by who? A big dog pile. And the Indians, do they get it? Maddox Winter says they do. And it's Hayes High Indian football. Espinoza had it jarred free. It is recovered by the Hayes High Indians. Hayden Kreitzer. It might have been Kreitzer who knocked it free as well.
Is that Kreitzer's second fumble protection? Fumble covering?
Well, and tell you the truth, on the first one, I'm not sure who got the first one.
I'm not sure how Espinoza missed that thing. He was crawling back 5 yards forward and looks like he was ready to pounce on it, but somehow the ball must have squirted away from underneath his shoulders. And sure enough, there was Hayden Kreitzer to pick that ball up. Now the Hayes High Indians have it. First and down on the Garden City Buffalo 45-yard line.
It was a catch of 4 yards, but then Espinoza had it punched free. Indians in Garden City territory at the 45, their best field position of the night. Delton, pump fake, looking deep, looking for Dryden. Dryden is just overrunning it, incomplete. Alex Espinoza was in the area defensively. Yes, it's an incomplete pass, and that's 3 deep passes the Indians have gone incomplete on, but it is close, Kurt David. It is much closer than it has been in previous weeks.
Well, it certainly is. Alex Delton's got a great arm on him, but the difference tonight is the Hayes High Indian offensive line is providing excellent pass protection, not allowing those 4 men up front for Garden City to get any penetration back on Alex.
From the 45, 2nd and 10, first possession for the Indians in the second half, leading 21-7. 8:49 to go on the incomplete pass. Barons to the right, so is Connor Rule of quarterback Alex Delton. Handoff, Kreitzer cuts it up the field, 40, 35, 30, angles right, 20, 15, 10, stiff arm. He gets brought down shy of the end zone at about the 1-yard line. A 44-yard run by Hayden Kreitzer, and for the second time this year gets brought down at the 1. At a 50-yard punt return earlier in the season, brought down at the 1-yard line.
Do you remember the Alex Delton touchdown run in the first quarter where he faked the handoff to Keith Dryden, but Alex Delton kept the ball? Exact same play, but that time Alex Delton hands the ball off, this time to Hayden Kreitzer. He doesn't fake it and keep it himself, and you knew the Garden City Buffalo defensive line and linebackers were keying off Alex Delton.
Big stack eye offense, 1st and goal from the 1. Rule the motion back, Stout the lead blocker, handoff to Blackman. He turns the legs, does he get in? Not quite. He'll pick up a yard to the goal line. 6 carries, 28 yards tonight for Isaiah Blackman. How about Hayden Kreitzer tonight? 2 carries, 51 yards, 3 carries tonight, and now 7 in his career. Dryden will check out. Maddox Winter in that stack eye. Remains in as the package. Right side is Barons, about a half-yard away from the end zone as Braden Delzite comes up on center. Rule the motion back. Goes to the left of Stout, then to the right. Delton hands off on a toss to Blackman. Blackman lowers the shoulder, runs over a defender, and gets into the end zone for the second time this season. Isaiah Blackman finishes off the short drive, and the Indians lead 27-7. That offense set up by the fumble recovery and the big Hayden Kreitzer 44-yard run.
Well, exactly right. Hayden Kreitzer gets the fumble to give the Hayes High Indians the ball on the 45-yard line in Garden City territory, and then they hand the ball off to him to let him try to get in the end zone. He falls about a yard short, but that score, you're right, set up by Hayden Kreitzer.
It is Blackman's second touchdown run of the season, second of his career. Extra point good from Kyler Liker, 28-7. The Indians, for a second time tonight, have scored 14 unanswered points. And again, that big momentum turner was in the first half when it looked like Garden City was going to score. The Indians knocked the football free, end up with the fumble recovery, they do the same thing to open up the second half.
Well, I'll tell you what, and how important it was at the end of the first half for the Hayes High Indians to control the Garden City offense and force them to to end the first half without getting a score, because you knew Garden City Buffaloes were going to come out in the second half with the ball, and you would think fired up. But yep, Hayden Kreitzer forces the fumble, forces the turnover against the Garden City Buffaloes, and more points. That's now 14 points off turnovers for the Hayes High Indians.
Hayes High Indian football tonight brought to you by Kerner Chiropractic, Westview Church, Thomas More Prep Marion, Carpet One of Hayes, Vitsum Decorating Center, as well as Discovery Drilling and Paul Wartenberger Construction. 3 turnovers tonight for Garden City, an interception and 2 fumbles, and the Hayes High Indians lead by the score of 28-7. Liker to kick off. Puts his foot into it, end over end, taken on the right hash mark, this time by Trejo. Cuts to the right sideline, 30-yard line, and gets cut under at about the 32-33-yard line. 1st and 10 for Garden City. The Buffaloes this year, turnovers has been a problem. Came into tonight with 11 turnovers, 8 fumbles, 3 interceptions. They have 2 more fumbles tonight, another interception. That is 14 turnovers in 4 games for Garden City. They now have 14 fumbles on the year as well.
And Hayes High takes advantage of those turnovers, and on those 3 turnovers, scores touchdowns on 2 of them.
Ball marked at the 32-yard line for Garden City. Their second drive of the second half. Their first one opened up with a fumble. 2 of their last 3 drives have opened with a fumble. Nunez, play action pass under some pressure. Screen pass to Coster is incomplete. Colton Myers decks Nunez as he gets rid of the football. Incomplete. Nunez is now 2 for 3 passing. A 10-yard completion to Caleb Tramp, a 4-yard completion to Espinoza, but he fumbled the football.
Nunez didn't want anything to do with Colton Myers. No. Myers was chasing him down, and Nunez was going to get rid of that ball.
Indians with a 3-4 look. Brandon Hardwick is the left defensive end. Shane Barron's the right defensive end. Craig Dreiling is the tackle. And then the Indians with 4 linebackers. Blackman is in. Also so is Colton Myers. And then in the middle is going to be Dieterding and Rule, and it's working in the second half. Screen pass near side to Tramp. Tramp catches. Now he's going to throw a double pass down the field. It is caught by Espinoza at the 40. Tackle made at about the 25-yard line. Garrett Fonesteel caught up with the play. Apparently the first pass was a lateral, and it's a big gain on the completion from Tramp to Espinoza.
Well, and credit Garrett Fonesteel for saving that touchdown, because Garrett Fonesteel's been on Caleb Tramp all night. So Fonesteel taking care of his first responsibility was Tramp. When he saw Tramp was throwing the ball, Garrett Fonesteel turns around and starts sprinting downfield, catches the receiver with about 5 yards after he caught the ball, and gets him tackled on the 25-yard.
It is a gain of 43 yards. Handoff, Coster left side gets hit. Rule is able to take him down just inside of the 20. Also there, Garrett Fonesteel. And how about the closing speed of Garrett Fonesteel? He plays on the baseball team. He's used to steal bases primarily, and he had some great closing speed. Gain for Coster of 6 yards on the carry.
Yeah, Caleb Tramp had quite a long arc on that ball, but got to give Tramp credit. He threw that ball a long way down the field. But yeah, Garrett Fonesteel gets downfield to make the tackle.
And now whistles, and I believe Hayes High lined up off sides.
And that may pick up a first down for the Garden City Buffaloes.
It will. So the lateral pass from Nunez to Tramp. Tramp then throws it deep down the field. Espinoza was there, and the Hayes High Indians up 28-7, trying to overcome the trickery of Garden City now, as they have 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line, thanks to the Indian penalty. Their second half penalty of offsides. The first one also gave him a first down. Handoff, Coster on 1st and 10. Barons hits him in the backfield, wraps him up, and throws him down.
Barron's there at the handoff, ready to take ready to take Jared Coster to the ground.
It's a loss of 2 back to the 16. If that play was delayed a little bit longer, the handoff might have been Shane Barons to take. Barons now with his 3rd tackle for loss this year. He and Connor Rule combined for a sack earlier in the game. 2nd down and 12. Tramp, lone wide receiver left, 2 to the right along with the tight end. Nunez rolls that way, looks down the field. It is going to be nearly intercepted. Was it? I think Maddox Winter got that football. He did! Maddox Winter undercut the wide receiver and tight end Christian Correz and gets his first career interception, and the Indians force another turnover inside the red zone.
And Akia Love, the receiver who was out there that he stole the ball away from, comes up limping on the play. So another turnover by the Hayes High Indians while Garden City has the ball in the red zone. The second turnover in the red zone for Garden City. Hayes High Indians now an opportunity to capitalize again. The ball on the 5-yard line, but again, another opportunity. Looks like they're going to move the ball to score. Hayes High Indians force a turnover. 4
turnovers for Garden City. Hayes High has forced a fumble and an interception on the first 2 Garden City possessions of the second half. 1st and 10 from the 5. Delton with his feet on the end zone. Hands off Blackman. Big hole right side. He's at the 15, 20. First down as he gets slung to the turf at the 24-yard line. 19-yard gain for Isaiah Blackman. 48 yards on 8 carries. Kurt David, easily the best night the offensive line has had this year. The hole to run through for whatever back it is has been a great clean hole.
Well, I'll tell you what, it's a fairly warm night down here in Garden City. I think it was in the 80s when we started this game, and right now the Garden City Buffalo defensive line and the linebackers look tired. The Hayes High Indian offensive line's worn them down.
Call it a gain of 20 to the 25. 2 blockers to the left. Delton will keep to the right. Cut up the field 30. 35-yard line 40. He's at midfield in Garden City territory 30. 20. 10. 5. Again. Touchdown Alex Delton. This time from 75 yards out. That puts Delton at 309 yards rushing on the night. He came into this evening with 474.
And 2 defenders back there for the Garden City Buffaloes. One of those, Akia Love, they give up at the 35-yard line. They're within 6 yards of Alex Delton, and they give up and hold up and to get into the end zone.
So runs tonight for Alex Delton, 4 touchdown runs, 84, 55, 84, and 75. The kick from Kyler Liker is on the way. It is good. Kyler is 5 for 5 tonight on extra points and now has made 18 consecutive extra points. Hayes High leads 35-7 with 5:09 to go, third quarter.
Dustin Armbruster, 21 points off Garden City turnovers. 21 points.
75 yards on 2 plays. That drive started at the Indian 5-yard line on the interception by Maddox Winter. 20-yard run by Isaiah Blackman. Delton faked left, and that's where the Indians, Kurt, really do a good job in their play calling of going left and right, and that sounds simple. But that time, Connor Rule and Shane Behrens lined up on the left side. They're 2 big blockers. Indians went away from that, kind of bucking the trend a little bit, and that opened up some space.
Does open up space. And Hayes High Indians that have 340 yards of total offense in the first half. Now what, 75 yards? 75 yards in this.
Well, that's 2 drives for the Indians of 95 and 45, so 140 yards in the second half for Hayes High.
Wow, and
on 6 plays.
On 340 yards in the first half, and now what, 146 yards?
140 in the second, 23 yards per play in the second half for the Hayes High Indians, or, give or take a point of a yard. 5:09 to go. Kyler Liker to kick off in this third quarter for a 3rd time. Line drive kick taken by Coster at the near side. That's Trejo once again. He'll get to the 30 and just get run under. Maybe mark him to the 31, Connor Rule, and also there to help make the tackle, Dylan Flaler. We got that casted up, I think yesterday, his left hand. Young man has battled injuries last year, this year. Gutting it out. 30-yard line is where Garden City will have the football. 1st and 10 for the Buffaloes, but right now it is all Hayes High. 35-7. Garden City's turned it over on 3 of their last 4 possessions. The one they didn't was the possession that ended at halftime. Twice Garden City's turned it over in that time inside of the Hayes High red zone. 3-4 lineup again defensively for the Hayes High Indians. Nunez hands off to Coster. That might be a new running back in the game.
And I'll tell you what, this time they've already got a strong left side of the line of scrimmage with Osvaldo Martinez and Edgar Guzman. This time they bring Hernandez from the right guard position to add another blocker to that side of the line of scrimmage, but the Hayes High Indian defensive line is picking it up, stuffing up the line of scrimmage.
That was Coster. His 25th carry of the night goes for a loss of 1 yard. Hayes High feeling good about themselves right now. 2nd and 11 for Garden City, right to left. With a 35-7 lead. Nunez play action, rolls to the right side, looks down the field, incomplete. One of the Hayes High Indians have played really, really well in that defensive secondary. Hill and Nunez combined are now 3 for 10 passing for 14 yards and 2 interceptions. And they are, and namely, Garrett Fonesteel is just all over Caleb Tramp. Tramp, in fact, is going to go to the other side of the field for this play with 4:23 remaining on 3rd and 11.
And I'll tell you what, Nunez is frustrated. He was flushed out to the right side of the line of scrimmage. He didn't have a receiver, but he could have ran forward, and Nunez just threw the ball away. Just some frustration.
He is not a real passing quarterback. Akeel Love in motion. He'll come to the near side, and play clock expired. So 3rd and 16. Garden City's first second half penalty.
Again, I think some frustration from Nunez there. Not getting the play called, not getting it set up, and I think we saw it develop in there. I think Nunez had room to run that ball. Didn't even try.
Trenton Henningsen in on the defensive end spot now. Defensive tackle, Peyton Harris. Left defensive end, Brandon Hardwick. See if they can get after the quarterback on 3rd down and 16. Play action. He'll fake it to Akeel Love. Nunez rolls to his right. Blackman giving chase. He'll hit him as he throws it away. Isaiah Blackman, relentless in his pursuit, tracked down the quarterback, and Nunez had to throw it away. He is now 2 for 6. Last 4 passes incomplete, one of them an interception.
I'll tell you what, Isaiah Blackman was about a foot off Nunez the whole time. Nunez had to be hearing footsteps and breathing on his neck the whole way to the far side of the field.
He probably heard his breath behind him. Indian football brought to you by Service Master Clean of Hayes, Home Oil and Supply, Lifetime Dental Care, Insurance Planning, and Swift Services.
Caleb Tramp's going to punt.
Yeah, that's something to watch for the Indians. Different punter in the ball game. Kreitzer back to return from the 42. Tramp to punt. Of course, remember, Hill got hit on that roughing the punter in the first half, and he may have gotten hurt. Now the Indians come after it. They may have tipped that football. Kreitzer's just going to let it bounce. Indians came after the punt, had no opportunity to return. Tramp gets a great roll down to the Hayes High 31-yard line. Hayes High forces Garden City's first 3 possessions for a red zone fumble, or excuse me, a fumble at midfield, a red zone interception, and now a 3-and-out, which honestly, 3-and-outs are not much different than turnovers when you do it inside of your own field.
I'll tell you what, but it is putting Garden City, the Buffaloes, causing them to be frustrated. You can tell that the defensive line for the Garden City Buffaloes has been getting tired with the Hayes High Indian offense out on the field, but now it really looks like the offensive line is beginning to break down for Garden City.
Ball at the 31, 1st and 10 for the Indians, left to right with a 35-7 lead. Just inside, 4 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Flag on the play, and I believe 2 men in motion for the Hayes High Indians. Illegal procedure, 3rd penalty in the second half for the Hayes High Indians. They've had a couple of holding penalties, a couple of offside penalties tonight. Those 2 holding penalties in the first half. And now it will be into the ball game for Hayes High. At the wide receiver spot, Bryce Baumgarn. I was calling by his brother's name, Brady. Jarrett Fonesteel, by the way, pointing that out for me. Appreciate it, Jarrett. 3:56 to go, 3rd quarter, and now another penalty. Illegal substitution, I believe. And so back-to-back 5-yard penalties for Hayes High. The drive was to start at the 31. It's now at the 21. I'll be real honest, I was looking down, didn't see where the penalty occurred. Baumgarn and Winter, wide receivers left. Kreitzer and Dryden to the right on what is now 1st and 20 from the Indians' own 21-yard line after forcing Garden City into a 3-play and punt series.
Oh, Hayes High had lined up with 12 guys on the field. Shane Barron's just walked off.
Wide receivers, 2 to the left, 2 to the right. 1st and 20. Delton puts Kreitzer in motion. Does he hand it off? No, keeps it himself up the middle. Makes one man miss, but then there's Rakonis and also into the ball game, Connor Schultz, the starting cornerback, to help make the tackle. Short gain to the 24-yard line, gain of 3.
Tell you what, Rincones, who we haven't heard a lot of tonight, he's the leading tackler in Western Athletic Conference, at least coming in tonight. He was hoping Hayden Kreitzer was getting that handoff because Rincones was in the backfield keying off Hayden.
10 carries, 312 yards for Delton. 2nd down and 17 from the 24. Delton to pass this time. Rule picks up the blitz. Delton's going to have to roll out to his left. Throw down the field for Winter, who was open, but overshot him and threw it out of bounds. Delton tonight 4 for 9 passing for 63 yards, 0 for 2 now in the second half, and a drive that started after a Garden City punt goes backwards on an illegal procedure and then an illegal substitution. The Indians run for 3 yards, throw an incomplete pass, 3rd and 17. It is just the 4th time Hayes High's been in 3rd down tonight. They're 1 for 3, and on the season, 54%, 15 for 28 coming into the ball game. Play from the sideline, has time, 20 seconds on the play clock. Indians left to right with a 35-7 lead in the 3rd quarter. Just over 3:15 remaining in the 3rd quarter. Delton takes a low snap, has time, now is flush from the pocket, throws down the field, looking for Kreitzer, caught for a first down at the 45, makes a man miss, gets to midfield, and into Garden City territory at the 49-yard line. Indians will convert on the pass play from Delton to Kreitzer, and the Hayes High Indians will have first down. By the way, Keith Dryden dealing with some cramps right now in his calves. He's on the sidelines getting worked out. You mentioned it, Kurt. It is a warm night tonight.
Well, it is. It's warm down here. It was 80 degrees when we started. You got to keep Gatorade, keep fluid in these young men, or they're going to cramp up. But Andres Lowe's at that time, number 66, the defensive line for Garden City, he wasn't cramped up. He was pressuring all over Alex Delton. Alex just got that ball off at the last minute and a nice completion.
And there he was, gone. 27 yards on that play. Handoff goes right side. Ball comes out late. Now a flag. Is this going to be on Garden City?
I think they are. I think they're going to call a late hit on Garden City.
Blackman rushed it to the right side for a loss of about 1 yard. It is a personal foul, hit to the head by Garden City. And we kind of saw this last week with Liberal, Kirk. Teams start to get frustrated being down big and start to do some things maybe out of character for them.
Out of character, out of frustration. You know, and a lot of times when you're up 35-7 in a ball game, you don't get calls, but that one was very obvious that Garden City was on the play late.
9 carries, 48 yards tonight for Isaiah Blackman. He checks out. Connor Rule in to the right side of Delton on first down and 10 from the 36-yard line. Delton keeps, rolls to his right, looking for Behrens, caught at the 30, makes a man miss 25, gets a block 20. He gets tackled from behind at the 15-yard line. Mark him down all the way near the 13, first down for the Hayes High Indians.
And Craig Dreiling staying with this block all the way back to Alex Delton, giving Alex just a couple more seconds to find an open Shane Behrens to make that ball. Great block, Craig Dreiling.
22 yards for Behrens down to the 14-yard line. Delton tonight 6 for 11. That's Behrens' first catch of the game, second of the year. Behrens, that crossing route right over the middle was wide open. Rule to the right of Delton. First down, and now everybody will turn and look at the sideline with 2 on the play clock. Indians will have to call a timeout. Their first called timeout of the second half. Indians lead 35-7. Hayes High in the red zone once again. The Indians down to the 14-yard line. It's the, get this, Kurt David, first time the Indians have been in the red zone tonight. All of their touchdowns tonight have come from 84, 55, 84. I'm sorry, second time in the red zone tonight. They were in there earlier on the Isaiah Blackman touchdown run.
All right, well, Hayes High Indian offense at this point, again, has worn down the Garden City Buffaloes defense. Yeah. The defensive line just isn't holding the line of scrimmage at all. The linebackers have really been taken out of play. Hayes High Indians are really being successful on whatever type of running or passing play they want to do right now.
Kalon scoreboard updates. Abilene is leading Wamego 13-7 after 3 quarters. Bueller is up over Augusta 49-7 after 3 quarters. Also tonight, after the end of 3, Great Bend leading Wichita North 29-7. Kalon scoreboard update brought to you by Hayes Kalon. For the green grass you want in the spring, starts with spraying in the fall. 2:09 to go, third quarter, and Indians lead Garden City 35-7. First and 10 from the 14. Delton to pass.
Oh, wow.
Wide open is Hayden Kreitzer.
Whoa.
Touchdown for the Hayes High Indians. Their first passing touchdown of the season. It goes from Delton to Kreitzer for 14 yards. Kreitzer got the cornerback all turned around and wide open in the end zone for the Indians' 41st point of the night.
I tell you what, we talked earlier in the season, Alex Delton and his receivers not necessarily being on the same page. They were running some new patterns, needed some time to develop. We've heard Coach Black talk about how it was going to take some time for the offense to get in sync, and Alex Delton in this game and his receivers have gotten in sync. Nobody was looking for Hayden Kreitzer in the corner of the end zone.
Kyler Liker's extra point is good. Once again, 42-7, the Indians lead with 2:04 remaining, third quarter. That is the Indians' first touchdown pass of the season, and it puts the Indians up by 35 points.
Tell you what, they hold Garden City to a 3 and out, force the ball to turnover, and now 42-7 with 2 minutes left in the third quarter. Still quite a bit of game time left here.
Kreitzer having a big game at the wide receiver spot. He's having a big game defensively as well. That is now 4 catches tonight for Hayden. He had 8 catches coming into this game for 74 yards, but really just hadn't been on the same page as his quarterback Alex Delton like we had seen in previous years. Kreitzer tonight has 70 yards receiving.
And 2 fumble recoveries. Remember, was it 2 games ago, was it Great Bend, where Shane Behrens had both a number of reception yards as well as an interception and a fumble recovery? We're seeing that kind of performance out of Hayden Kreitzer tonight.
I don't think there was a stat that the Indians didn't get from Shane Behrens that night. 3 possessions, 3 touchdowns for the Hayes High Indians in the third quarter, 42-7. Likers kick an end over end. Trejo from the 20. Straight return up to near numbers. He's going to make 2 men miss. 40, 45, and then get ridden out of bounds. Kyler Liker, the kicker, in on the tackle. Up to about the 40, we'll call it 44-yard line for Garden City.
And even the Kansas City Royals winning in the 7th inning, leading 3-0.
Oh, come on, Kansas City. 29 years. Kurt David, 29 years for those Kansas City Royals.
They lock it up tonight, I think.
Garden City's been trying to go to the air a little bit more. Indians in their 3-4 defense has worked well in the second half. Jared Haynes, the right defensive end this time. Nunez is going to keep to himself on the right side. Flag on the play. This one's going to come back as Nunez gets near a first down. And I think Caleb Tramp's going to get called for holding on this near side. He threw Garrett Fonesteel to the ground on a play that wasn't even coming his way. And boy, Garrett Fonesteel has been right with Caleb Tramp all night tonight.
I'll tell you what, we talked about it in the game. You can't let Caleb Tramp get behind you, but you've got to hit him. You've got to hit him. We've talked about how he turns the ball over, and you've got to let him know he's going to be covered all night long to try to frustrate him.
The penalty occurred 5 yards up the field. For Nunez, he'll get 5 yards, 39 yards on 6 carries, but then a 10-yard penalty on the Buffaloes. And the yardage will be marked back to the 34-yard line. Was that a personal foul? Must have been. That's a 15-yard penalty. So first down and 20. Garden City has the football at their own 34-yard line now. Handoff in the backfield. Coster's met by Isaiah Blackman. And then Jared Haynes comes in to help make the tackle. Also there on the tackle for the Hayes High Indians is going to be Maddox Winter.
I'll tell you what, Garrett Fonesteel has frustrated Caleb Tramp. Caleb's now over there pushing and shoving Garrett Fonesteel, and the referee is warning both of the players now.
Well, and that's the way it honestly needs to be done. You start warning one guy, then that guy feels like that you're being piled on. Second down and 19. Fonesteel has nobody on his side of the field this time. 3 wide receivers to the right. Garden City hurt by a big penalty. Nunez rolls out to his right, looking down the field. Nobody to throw to, and throws is late, and it's intercepted, but landing out of bounds with it is going to be one of the Hayes High Indians. That was Jordan Betts, I believe, who had come down with the potential interception. Nunez chased all the way out of bounds. Good pursuit by the Hayes High Indians, Trenton Henningsen.
Yeah, Henningsen was over there in his face, and last time when Nunez did this, I criticized him for not tucking the ball and running, but that time Henningsen was all over Nunez.
Third and 19 for the Garden City Buffaloes. 1:04 remaining third quarter. Garden City has been relegated to passing, and they have averaged 226 yards passing per game this year. They'll hand it off to Coster on a draw play on third down. Coster slow to get up. They use that young man a lot in the first half. 18 carries for 136 yards. Gets up very slowly. No gain on the draw play on third and 19. Second half for Coster. He has run the ball 9 times for 14 yards.
Garden City's had enough. You got to think with 42 seconds left, they're down 42-7. They don't even think about going for it on fourth down.
Tramp will be punting away again. Peyton Hill got hurt on that punt attempt in the first half. It was called a roughing the punter. Tramp's punt nearly blocked by Colton Myers. Kreitzer lets it bounce, will not have an opportunity to return this one. Bounces inside the 20 and comes to a stop at the 19-yard line. The Hayes High Indians have the football and the lead 42-7, 15 seconds to go in the third quarter. Indian football brought to you by Hayes Chevrolet, M&D Incorporated, Midwestern Pipeworks, Schmidt Automotive, and Redeem Designs. These Hayes High Indians tonight, Kurt, have been hitting pretty much on every cylinder. Second half, 3 possessions, 3 touchdowns.
But look at the defense. Garden City's possessions, fumble, interception, 3 and out, 3 and out. Garden City's been able to do nothing in this third quarter.
Hayes High football, 1st and 10 from their own 19-yard line. 15 seconds to go, third quarter, maybe the final play of the third. Rule to the left of Delton as the Indians move left to right. Delton to throw, throws it behind his intended receiver, Jordan Betts. We will have another play in the third quarter. Good night tonight, though. Alex through the air, 7 for 13, 126 yards, and 1 touchdown. His first touchdown pass of the season. 2nd and 10 from the 19.
I'll tell you what I like about this. Jordan Betts getting in there, getting some reps in a receiver role, and Alex Delton trying to throw some quick passes to him. We saw this late in the Great Bend game where Hayes High had control of it. Hayes High now again in control, trying to do some things to get a little bit of practice here.
Baumgarten brought Betts and Kreitzer left side. It's a draw play to Rule. He'll rumble over the 20 to about the 21-yard line, maybe give him the 22 to close the third quarter. An explosive third quarter for the Hayes High Indians. They lead 42-7 after 3 complete. We'll take a break. Your fourth quarter coming up next. This is Hayes High Indian football.
Kerner Chiropractic, providing personalized chiropractic care so you can live your life. Westview Church of Hayes, helping you enjoy life. Carpet One of Hayes Vidstem Decorating Center, providing you with quality service selection and value since 1945. Thomas More Prep Marion, worlds of opportunity, investing for eternity. Discovery Drilling, serving central and western Kansas for over 19 years. Paul Wurtenberger Construction, building dreams for over 30 years. Service Master Clean of Hayes, from the major accidents to the minor incidents. Service Master Clean of Hayes. Home Oil and Supply, serving the Hayes area since 1963. Lifetime Dental Care, providing your family health, function, and beauty. Insurance Planning, insurance for the way you work and live. Swift Services, Ted and Shelley Fuchs are proud to support area youth. Hayes Chevrolet, they have a huge selection of brand new Chevy cars, trucks, vans, SUVs, and a great selection of pre-owned vehicles. M&D Incorporated, building the backbone of our community.
We head into the fourth quarter. The Hayes High Indians lead 42-7. Kurt David, the Indians right now have an opportunity to run some clock, work on some plays here. They have a 35-point lead.
Well, that's exactly right. They've got an opportunity to run some new plays, get some new guys in there, give some starters some badly needed rest, and what a luxury to be able to do that in a Western Athletic Conference contest.
Indians looking for a 3-0 start to Western Athletic Conference play. Third down, Delton to throw on the play-action pass, throwing over the top of the defense. Kreitzer makes a catch, and he stumbles and holds on to it. He'll make the catch at the Hayes High 44-yard line. It's a catch for a first down, and the Hayes High Indians convert on third down and long.
Well, again, the 5 men up front provide Alex Delton great protection, but second time we've seen Alex throw the ball high to get it up high to Hayden Kreitzer for him to be able to make that catch. The first time, Hayden hit pretty hard and fumbled up the ball, but that time Hayden Kreitzer brings it into his chest and goes to the ground with a great catch by Hayden Kreitzer.
Kreitzer's fifth catch for 92 yards. 3 right, 2 left, nobody in the backfield. It's going to be Delton handing off to Kreitzer, goes deep into the backfield, trying to outrun the defense to the edge, and he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, he picks up a first down in total yardage, but he goes 5 yards back and then 5 yards to get back, 5 yards backward, then 5 yards forward to get to the line of scrimmage. So a 10-yard run plus about 20 yards cross field for Hayden Kreitzer, but actually it looks like he loses 2 on that.
He'll lose 2. 3 carries for Kreitzer tonight for 49 yards. He also has 92 yards received. 2-yard line. Delton checks the sidelines. Kreitzer and Jordan Betts, wide receivers left. Dryden back into the rights.
1 on the clock.
And the Indians get the play off. They hand it off to Rule. Rule up the middle, gets taken down after a gain of about 6 yards. Tackle made by Benny Hernandez, a backup defensive tackle. third down for the Indians as Rule is able to take the ball just shy of the 49-yard line on a gain of 8.
And how often do you see that happen where they run the ball almost down to where time's expired? The defense almost lets up a little bit. And that's exactly what happened there. Defense let up a little bit, opened up a hole for Connor Rule to gain 7 yards.
3rd and 5 for the Indians. 2 wide receivers left. Handoff, Blackman in the backfield. Rule, his lead blocker. Blackman makes a couple of guys miss. Can't keep his knee off the ground. He'll get 2 Garden City territory at the 49. It's a gain of 2 on the play for Blackman. 50 yards tonight on 10 carries. He had 50 yards on the season. 4th down for the Hayes High Indians, and they will punt the football away for just the 2nd time tonight.
And Patrick Clifford in on that tackle. You know, he's the 2nd leading tackler in the Western Athletics Conference coming in tonight. He gets a tackle and gets banged up on the play and slow to come up. He's back in punt formation, but he's holding his head and looks a little bit woozy.
Those plays hurt a little bit more when you're down by the score of 42-7. Indians late running the punt team onto the field, and so they will take a timeout. It's the Indians' 2nd timeout of the 2nd half. Let's go over a Hayes Kalon scoreboard update. McPherson is now 2-2 on the year. They beat Rose Hill 8-7.
Whoa.
McPherson 2-2 on the year. Rose Hill 1-3. Also, after 3 quarters, Dodge City is beating Liberal 45-6.
Okay.
Great Bend over Wichita North 29-7. Bueller over Augusta 49-7. And after 3 quarters, Abilene is beating Wamego 13-7. Norton beats Smith Center tonight 32-0 in a MCL matchup. Scoreboard update brought to you by Hayes Kalon. Call Kirk Maska 623-0674, 623-842-8427 for Kirk Viner to get that green grass you want in the spring. Indians will punt from the Garden City 49-yard line. Burkhart to punt for just the 2nd time tonight. Got it blocked. Blocked straight up in the air. It is going to take a slight Hayes High bounce, and the blocked punt will net 9 yards.
One of the few, about the only thing that's gone right for the Garden.
2nd half, punt on that possession after failing to convert on 3rd down and 5. They converted on 3rd and 8 earlier in the drive. 9:17 remaining in the game. Garden City with the football on their own 40-yard line. Snap to Nunez, handoff to Coster left side, stretches out that defense, hit by Garrett Fonensteel and ridden out of bounds at the 49-yard line. Gain of 9 on the play for Jared Coster, going back to what worked in the first half. And Kurt David, Garden City started running a lot up the middle in that 3rd quarter. It didn't work and really never went back to that left side run until now.
And they are back. They put Correas back over there as the tight end to open up a hole for Nunez or Coster. Just when you thought Coster was done and tired, he picks up that run.
Tramp in motion. He'll go out to the left side on 2nd and 1. Nunez hands off to Coster. Stutter step. Goes basically under the pile of offensive and defensive linemen. Gets to the Hayes High 45-yard line. Gain of 6 on the play for Coster. That is 165 yards on 29 carries. He has Garden City's lone score. And again, City had the football inside the Indian 10 in the 2nd quarter, but fumbled the ball. Indian scored 2 plays later. It has been an Indian rout since then, leading 42-7. Nunez to throw, right side, screen pass set up and throws it away. Credit the Hayes High Indians, Colton Myers, Dylan Flayler, Brandon Hardwick getting into the backfield.
Exactly. Brandon Hardwick out there, and Nunez had to throw it about 5 yards in front of Coster, and Coster just couldn't catch up the ball because Brandon Hardwick was right there to make a tip or make an interception if Nunez would have thrown it right to Coster.
Not seeing Derek Hill, who got hurt in the 1st quarter, getting hit as he let go of the football, had a left arm injury, and he hasn't been in the game. Peyton Hill, they're brothers and sons of the coach. Not a good night. They've both been hurt.
The flag?
Flag on the play. Nunez to throw deep, looking for Tramp. It is incomplete along the sideline. Now we'll check the flag is at the line of scrimmage just as the ball was snapped. You hope Hayes High didn't line up off sides. It was 2nd down and 10.
And who's all over Caleb Tramp but Garrett Fonensteel, 40 yards downfield.
Illegal shift by Garden City. They'll decline the penalty. The Hayes High Indians will. Nunez is now 2 for 9 passing. He's misfired on his last 7, including a Maddox winner interception. 3rd and 10. Garden City tonight started the ball game 3 for 6 on 3rd down and 4 of 8. They've now 4 of 10 in this contest.
Brett Leiker now coming in for Shane Behrens on the defensive line.
Indians going to get some young kids into this ball game before it's all said and done. Nunez on 3rd and 10. It's a play-action pass. Buys time for Coster. Looking deep for Tramp. Has a step. Makes the catch. Gets into the end zone. Touchdown. A 45-yard touchdown pass from Jesse Nunez to Caleb Tramp. It's Tramp's 3rd catch of the night. And Garden City onto the scoreboard, 42-13.
Yeah, 4 plays. It didn't even take a Garden City a minute to get in the end zone. So Garden City at 42-13 right now isn't giving up. And there's that play where Caleb Tramp gets behind you. That 6'5" frame is able to pick the ball out of the sky. And if he's in front of you, he's going to get in the end zone.
Garden City has had 5 touchdown passes this season between their 2 quarterbacks, Derek Hill and Jesse Nunez, all of them to Caleb Tramp. That's now 20 catches for just under 300 yards for Tramp. He's the Western Athletic Conference in every receiving category. Extra point is on the way. It is good, and Hayes High still with the 42-14 lead, 8:29 remaining in the 4th quarter.
But still, 4 plays, less than a minute of time, but a long pass attempt to Caleb Tramp that was guarded well by Garrett Faunensteel, but that second time Caleb Tramp just got behind the secondary and got the ball into the end zone. So 4 plays, 1 minute. Garden City can score quickly, so it'd be nice if Hayes High Indians can get a nice, consistent drive here and eat up some time off the clock.
60 yards on that particular drive. And remember, that was all set up by the blocked punt that went all of 9 yards, and so it was good field position for Garden City. Indian football is brought to you by Verney's Hamburger House, Next Tech Wireless, Goodwin Sporting Goods, Bacon Ryan Appraising Services, Perf Tech Wireline Services, and Carico Implement. Indians at 3-0. 2-0 in the Western Athletic Conference, trying to put a stranglehold early on this WAC race. They would have 1 more game left against Dodge City in 2 weeks. For Garden City, 1-2, 1-0 in the WAC, and you got to imagine that Garden City is going to look for some kind of onside kick. Zeke Herrera tees it up from the 40-yard line. Slow approach, and it's an end-over-end kick. He'll boom it deep and through the end zone. Well, that was definitely not an onside kick. Hayes High 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line. See if Hayes High can dial up some offensive pressure here, and they still lead 42-14.
Tell you what, you mentioned Dodge City. We'll face the Dodge City in 2 weeks, and that Dodge City team looks like they're for real.
Dodge City nearly beat Wichita Heights, should have beat Wichita Heights. Needed to convert on a 4th down and 1 to ice the ball game. Did not. Heights hits an 80-yard screen pass, scores 2 plays later. Heights escapes last week. Dodge City with the win. Stack I formation for the Hayes High Indians. Ball from the 20-yard line. Blackman will dot the I. Rule in motion in front of Stout. Handoff, left side. Colton Myers now the quarterback. Blackman will go left side. Indians looking to burn clock as Colton Myers back into the ball game. Suffered a knee to the neck injury during a JV game. Missed last week's ball game. Back in the lineup tonight. Blackman will pick up 2 yards, 11 carries, 52 yards. Indians remaining mostly healthy tonight. The one exception is starting running back and cornerback Adam Klaus, who went down with a left ankle injury. Indians will milk the play clock down to about 5 before they snap the ball, and somebody left too early.
I think Connor Rule might have been in motion there when the ball was snapped.
Indians' 9th penalty, their 5th of the second half, all those penalties in the second half of the 5-yard variety. 7:54 remaining, and quite frankly, for everybody involved, this game in the next 7 minutes and 54 seconds cannot run off quickly enough.
Exactly. You know, you talk about Colton Myers is coming in here, and you wonder how much a snap count difference. They're used to hearing Alex Delton all game long, and now a little bit of difference there. They've got to get used to Colton Myers being in there, but what a great opportunity for Colton Myers to get some reps and the offense to get some reps.
Pretty much the starting varsity line is still in there. And the Indians jumped again. False start. 10th Indian penalty tonight. 6th in the second half, and all of them for 5 yards. And they're all either procedure penalties or 5-yard defensive penalties. The ball backed up now to the 12-yard line. It'll be second down, roughly 18.
Well, and what's important now is that the Hayes High Indians don't do a mistake and turn over the ball deep in Garden City territory. You've got a big lead, but boy, that could be a huge momentum change.
Myers, the quarterback, rule in motion out of that stack I. Second and 18. Myers, play action pass. He's going to roll to the right now, tuck it up, go up the middle, get hit hard from his left side, get to the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 3 yards for Colton Myers.
Colton Myers cut it up there, running behind Brandon Hardwick, but Garden City defensive linebackers sniffed that out, saw that was a run all the way, and got up in coverage well.
Third and about 15, just shy of the 15-yard line. Indians looking to burn clock. They punted on their last possession. It was blocked. It led to a quick Garden City score on third down. Garden City hit Caleb Tramp for a 45-yard touchdown play. Third and 15, rule in motion. Again, Myers under center. Blitz is on. Toss right side to Isaiah Blackman, and there's just simply nowhere to go. Leading on the play was Nayland Draconis, the 205-pound junior, and then everybody helped clean him up. Lost back to about the 12-yard line, loss of 3 on the play.
And Garden City got their full allotment of timeouts left, but not using them yet in the game.
And Hayes High will punt the football. Hopefully a little bit better than last time. Last time a 9-yard blocked punt. Tathan Burkhart will punt from 1 yard deep in his own end zone. The ball is at the 13-yard line. Indians burning down that play clock. Snap back to Burkhart is a good one. Gets off a nice high punt. Unreturnable. It takes a
no bounce.
No bounce. Well,
Wow.
It bounced, but it didn't go anywhere.
Bounced straight up and then straight back down.
And it goes to the 42-yard line in Hayes High territory. It ends up being a punt of 29 yards. And so Garden City has the football in Hayes territory after the 3 and outs. And again, Hayes High trying to burn some clock using some different guys in the ball game. Garden City will start at the Hayes High 42-yard line. First and 10, toss right side. Coster has the corner, cuts back, and now will cut into the arms of Dylan Flaler and Brandon Hardwick. Gain of 2 on the play.
I'll tell you what was good. It was a 3 and out possession by the Hayes High Indian offense. You know, you're not very proud of 3 and outs, but they did eat up 2 minutes and about 40 seconds off the clock there.
Burn that clock, baby. 40-yard line with 5.5 minutes to go, and a Hayes High 42-14 lead. Nunez talking with running back Jared Coster, now turns his attention to the ball. Hands off, no play action pass. Nunez rolls left. Barron's giving chase. So is Flaler. 40-yard line, 35-yard line, and steps out of bounds. Depending on where he stepped out of bounds, it'll be a first down. Stepped out at the 31-yard line. Gain of 9 and enough for a first down. Nunez, 7 carries, 48 yards.
I'll tell you what, Nunez stepped out of bounds, but he was bold and putting his shoulder down as if he was going to try to make an attempt at running over Garrett Fahnensteel.
Well, and they did make contact, and that's a play where I want to make sure nobody gets hurt after everybody had stepped out of bounds. Nunez, quick snap, hands off Coster, counterplay, right side, 30, 25, got the angle, 20, 15, tackle made by Jordan Betts to save the touchdown, marked down in the zone, in fact, inside the 10, down to the 7-yard line, gain of 24 yards for Jared Coster, who is at 191 yards rushing tonight.
And that's going to stop the clock now for the Garden City Buffaloes. There's 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter, and the Garden City Buffaloes have it on the, it's like the 8-yard line.
Handoff, Coster left side, cuts back to the middle of the field, taken down inside the 5. Betts and Rule there for the tackle. And down to the 4. Call it down to the 3. That is the 32nd carry tonight for Jared Coster, 195 yards. He has scored one of the 2 touchdowns tonight for Garden City. The one on the ground, Tramp caught one in the air. Clock still running. Nunez takes the snap on second down and goal. Handoff, Coster gets hit a couple of times as he stretched into the end zone. Yes, touchdown. A 4-yard touchdown run for Jared Coster. 199 yards for Jared Coster on 33 carries. Back-to-back touchdowns by the Garden City Buffaloes. This one with 4:28 remaining, and it's 42-20, pending the extra point.
2 possessions in a row, 4 yards and a touchdown. That time moving the ball 42 yards down the field and eating up just about 1 minute and 20 seconds off the clock.
And a couple of those because the ball went out of bounds on the run.
So suddenly the Garden City offense has gotten fairly productive and fairly efficient, and really most of the starting crew for the Hayes High Indian defense still on the field.
4 plays and 42 yards after 4 plays and 60 yards. As Kurt said, 1 minute and 20 seconds off the clock. It is the second touchdown run of the night by Coster. This one from 4 yards out. Indian football brought to you by Whiskey Creek Wood Fire Grill, Home Steel Siding and Windows, G&L Tire and Automotive, Advanced Installation and Coatings, Joe Bob Outfitters, APAC, and Eagle Communications. So Garden City sees themselves go down 42-7. Hayes High maybe putting the brakes on just a little bit. It's now a 3-score game, and is this where Garden City lines up for an onside kick? You mentioned it last week. Garden City, or Liberal, didn't do it at all. Garden City may think, hey, we've got a chance here, and Hayes High's lining up that way for their return.
They certainly are. They got Shane Barron's up there, Connor Rule's up there, Bryce Bumgarn's up there, Chance Brungart's up there.
To kick off, Zeke Herrera. This kick will be an onside kick to the far side. Takes a high 3rd and 4th bounce. It is going to be caught and grabbed along the sideline by Jordan Betts.
Okay.
Good onside kick from Zeke Herrera. That took a wicked 3rd bounce. And it's a change in high school rules this year. It used to be so obvious if it's an onside kick because you'd stack everybody to one side. New rules in high school football this year. It still has to be even on each side of the kicker, trying to reduce potential injuries, especially for that receiving crew, because you'd end up with 8 guys on one side of the field, and if the receiving crew couldn't come up with the ball quickly enough, then you'd end up with potentially somebody getting hurt. So 1st down and 10 for the Hayes High Indians. The onside kick went all the way back to the 17-yard line. That's where Hayes High will have the football. 1st down and 10.
Well, credit Betts for staying with it, because that ball hugged the sideline. Very easy to think that ball's just going to bounce out of bounds, but it just hugged the sideline all the way down the field.
Stack eye. Myers is the quarterback. Hands off to Blackman. Blackman left side. Gets near the 20. When will Garden City start using their timeouts, or will they start using them? And there it goes.
Coach Hill's going to take them out of the second half with 4 minutes and 13 seconds left.
Again, Hayes High right now is trying to do a couple of things, one of those being grind down that clock. Hayes High bringing Alex Delton out of the game. They've been running in several different wide receivers. In fact, Delton now strapping up the helmet. He may be heading back in. Hayes High says, fine, with 4:11 left in a 3-touchdown game, if you're going to use your timeouts, we're going to bring our guys back in the contest.
Well, now Myers walks back in. He's going to stay in the game with Alex Delton.
Maybe trying to confuse us as much as anything. Of course, it may be as much, too, some of these guys, either Myers or Delton, trying to figure out what the play call is, and Myers will be the quarterback.
And Delton comes back off the field with Isaiah Blackman coming off the field as well.
And Alex may have been in there, too, to help out the young quarterback. This time, pistol formation, Rule to the left of Colton Myers. 2nd down, man in motion is Dryden. Handoff to Keith, no keeper. Colton goes right side. He'll stumble across the 20 to the 21-yard line, gain of 1, another Garden City timeouts.
Again, just some reps for Colton Myers back in the quarterback position that you don't know what's going to happen late in the season, but for him to get an opportunity to get live game action, just not in practice, live game action against what really is still a first-string defense for Garden City Buffaloes, how valuable that could end up being late in the season.
Well, and even if it's not going to be this particular season, how about next year? There's going to have to be somebody starting at that quarterback position for the Hayes High Indians. Colton Myers, the heir apparent. That was a 2-yard gain by Colton. 2 carries tonight for 5 yards. Had a carry earlier in the night that was negated by a penalty. Hayes High with the 42-21 lead, trying to move to 4-0 on the season, 3-0 in the Western Athletic Conference. This Garden City team won the WAC a year ago at 3-1, lost to Garden City, and then ran right through, or lost to Great Bend rather. Garden City then ran right through rest of the WAC. And the officials telling the Hayes High sideline something about the clock, that there was going to be an adjustment. 3rd down and about 6 from the 22-yard line. Officials yet to blow their whistle out of the timeouts. Myers with Rule to his left, 4 wide receivers. Blitz shown by Garden City. Indians will hand it off to Hayden Kreitzer, left side, got a block at the 20, 30, 35, 40. First down, needs to stay in bounds. Got a huge block from Maddox Winter and goes down at the Garden City 40-yard line. Maddox Winter came back, smoked Akeel Love, the cornerback. First down for the Hayes High Indians. Kreitzer with another big run on his 4th carry tonight.
Big run by Kreitzer. Ethan Dieterding, the left guard, puts a great block on Nayland Racones. Racones showing blitz all the way, going to go sprint to the backfield to try to fluster Myers. Ethan Dieterding picks him up and stays with him the whole way.
That run of 28 yards, 77 yards rushing tonight for Hayden Kreitzer, 92 receiving. Back to the stack guy, 1st and 10 from the Garden City 40. Toss right side, Blackman tries to force his way through the packed up line.
Coach Hill, is he going to call his last time out now?
3:20, he may let this run down to about the 30 or until 3rd down or so. No gain on the play for Blackman. The Garden City Buffalo said they came up with the football, but the official said that it was after the play, 2nd and 10 from Garden City's 40. Garden City will drop to 1-3 on the season, 1-1 in the Western Athletic Conference.
Who would have guessed that?
Well, no, not me. They're going to be home against Liberal next week. 2nd and 10, again, that stack guy. Stouts, the fullback, Rule in motion. Handoff left side, Blackman. Bigger hole this time. Gets a couple of extra yards. Fumble the football. And it's recovered by Garden City's Benny Hernandez.
Yeah, I don't think Blackman ever really truly got the handoff. And that's where, the young quarterback, Colton Myers, will just have to get some reps in, work with the running backs, work on those handoffs, work on those transitions. But, again, this type of exposure, this type of experience will just make him better.
Indians' 2nd turnover of the night, both on fumbles. And I think it probably bears mentioning at some point. Hayes High in the last couple of games has been bringing out starters, working on a lot of things. Nunez is going to throw it up deep for Tramp. Tramp takes it away from Faunensteel. Faunensteel makes the tackle at the 10-yard line. Great defense, but Tramp is just that much better of an athlete. First down at the 10.
Yeah, Tramp was just that much high, 6'5", and he's got the jumping ability to get up above the defender for the Hayes High Indians. And more importantly, he brought the ball down.
That is a 48-yard pass from Nunez to Tramp, who's over 100 yards receiving tonight. Pass to Tramp at the 5, gets hit and brought down at the 5. Tramp with his 5th catch tonight. And the whistles will roll the clock at 2nd and goal from the 5-yard line. Nunez has completed his last 3 passes, all to Tramp. Handoff, no keeper. Nunez left side. He'll scamper into the end zone. Touchdown, Garden City. 42-27.
Okay. 1 minute, 58 seconds left.
108 yards receiving for Tramp tonight. And as you mentioned, 158 remaining. Hayes High just not quite able to burn down that clock all the way offensively. And Garden City getting some extra opportunities. They've scored 3 consecutive touchdowns, and the extra point is up and good. 158 remaining, 4th quarter. Garden City, was that 4 plays again or 3 plays that time?
It's 4 plays.
Last 3 possessions, 4 plays and touchdowns. Indians up 42-28, but again, Indians kind of, they don't have their foot on the pedal in this 4th quarter.
No, and you've got a number of players going both ways for the Hayes High Indians. They still got most of their starters out defensively. They've subbed a little bit. Most of their starters in offensively. They've subbed a little bit. But, at some point, again, it's 80-degree heat down here to start the game. We're probably down into the 70s now with a little bit of a breeze cooling off a bit. But, Hayes High Indians have been on the field a lot, had a lot of success tonight, but you got to believe they're wearing down a little bit too.
Well, and the last time that Garden City scored, they did try an onside kick, so you would expect the same thing here. Nunez scores from 5 yards 3 yards and a touchdown for him tonight. 3 touchdowns in the last 2 games. He had 2 against Garden City. The kick, an onside kick, up the middle, high second bounce. Betts takes it, and he'll take it down to a knee. Great job by Jordan Betts.
Textbook. He brought the ball to his chest and went straight to the ground to secure the ball for the Hayes High Indians. So now, with 1:57 left, Hayes High Indians up 14. They're up 2 scores. Garden City has got 1 timeout left, so you really believe the Hayes High Indians pretty much just need 1 first down picked up here to secure this game.
Yeah, that was going to be my thought as well. Hayes High, again, looking like they will be 4-0 to start the year. Trot out onto the field.
A little 4A team from Hayes.
Who, by the way, is going to be 4A in every sport this year, just released today by the Kansas State High School Activities Association. Handoff rule, left side, dives over the pile, gains a yard. Indians will be the 3rd largest 4A school in the state of Kansas. 4A Division I for sports like volleyball, basketball. Wrestling is just one 4A division. Softball, baseball divide up into 4A as well. I think Scholars Bowl divides up into 2 4As, but baseball and softball into 4A Division 1 and 2. TMP is also up to 4A. They are the smallest 4A. They will not be seeing Hayes High in those sports outside of wrestling, golf, and tennis coming up in the spring. 2nd down and 9, clock rolling. Myers, quarterback keep up the middle, scampers to his right. 45-yard line, gets to the midfield stripe, just shy of a first down. He will gain 8 on the run. Does Garden City use a timeout with 1:08 remaining? Not yet. Clock continues to run.
I got to do some research, Dustin, but going to 4A I think bodes well for the swim team. I'm going to wager to guess there aren't many 4A teams in the state that have got a swim team, and there's a number of up-and-comer swimmers with the Hayes Hurricanes coming up into the program.
I'm not so sure that actually swimming may not be a 1 through 5A or 1 through 4A type of thing. I'd have to look into the specifics. 2 wide receivers right, 2 left, 45 seconds remaining in the game. Indian putting the cap on a victory. Colton Myers will sneak, presumably for the first down. He'll get a yard on 3rd and 1. Again, does he get a yard in a football length and a yard in short? Oh, they're going to mark him in between the 49 and 50.
Now they'll use their timeout. Hey, and I'm not kidding. There are a number of young swimmers coming up through the Hayes Hurricanes program, coming up to Hayes High's level. This could be exciting for them in the coming years.
So Garden City will use their final timeout. Hayes High was up 42-7. It's 42-28 now. Kurt David, this score not indicative of the way this game went at all.
Well, absolutely not. You know, the Hayes High Indian defensive line really controlled what I had dubbed the killer Z's coming into this game, where you had Charisse, Perez, Guzman, Martinez. You had another Hernandez and a Ruiz playing on the front offensive line, the killer Z's for the Garden City Buffaloes. The Hayes High Indians controlled them all night long. Jared Coster got off some nice runs, but oftentimes they forced him out to the outside. The linebackers picked him up well. He got a lot of yardage, but they didn't allow him in the end zone very often early on during the important parts of the game. And really, except for these last couple scoring drives that have happened quickly, the Hayes High Indians have controlled this game.
4th and a half a yard. 3rd down. Rule is the setback. Myers will quarterback sneak over the right side. This time he should have the first down. The pile still up, and then slammed to the ground is going to be Colton Myers.
And that's
Dylan Darter picked him up and just dropped him right onto the ground after the play.
That'll start.
There's the first down. There's the ball game.
Well, they're going to have to run one more play here.
Well, the clock should wind.
So with a play clock.
There it goes. Oh, yep, you're right. There's a 2-second differential in play clock to game clock. And the Indians will run one last play. Myers takes the final knee, the most beautiful play in football, that knee to end the ball game. Hayes High wins 42-28. Kurt David, these Hayes High Indians are 4-0, 3-0 in the Western Athletic Conference. You can't take away the final 9 minutes of this ball game, but let's face it, Hayes High pulled back in the 4th quarter. This score could have been much uglier than the 42-28 shows. Hayes High played their most complete game tonight.
They certainly did, and we talked about how last week we didn't see the continuous improvement for the Hayes High Indians that we had in the previous weeks. Tonight we saw it. Tonight we saw a complete game from the Hayes High Indians. And Garden City made some pushes here at the end of the game, but Hayes High Indian offense was trying some new plays. They bring Colton Myers in to get some reps with the running backs in, get an opportunity to learn about the game, because you're right, he's the heir apparent in the quarterback position going into next year. What a great opportunity for him to learn. I credit a lot, though, the Hayes High Indian defense. They truly limited what was a dual threat offense with Jared Coster running and Caleb Tramp on the receiving end of this thing, really until the end of the game. Caleb Tramp not in the game because Garrett Fahnensteel playing such great pass protection, and the defensive line getting pressure first on Derek Hill, taking him out of the game, and then on Nunez pressuring him to make some errant throws and merely some poor decisions on deciding whether to throw or run the ball.
The Hayes High Indians win by the final score of 42-28. Indians are back home next week for homecoming. They'll take on Wichita South. Indians 4-0, 3-0 in the WAC. Garden City is now 1-3 on the year, 1-1 in the Western Athletic Conference. They will be at home against Liberal next week. For Kurt David, Harrison, and Steven from Garden City, I'm Dustin Armbruster for Hayes High Indian Football.